having some of the pieces of information, sorry, we've been having the public, and to have this engagement with him so as to know exactly um, what some of the issues are. So welcome again. Let me say welcome. Listen, it's good to have you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Welcome to our office.
All right. I'd like us to go straight into it. First of all, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. Thank God.
Okay, okay. The legislature is not a strange territory for you. You've been in the media for a very long time, so many years, and coming here um, doesn't seem to be a strange terrain for you all by itself. But let us to start with we all witness the fight. We all witness um, the issues 2024, um, a divided house, a quorum, one group having quorum, the next group not having quorum. At some point, the executive had to say, okay, we're going to work with quorum. And all of those different issues, yeah, but here we are. Um, we've seen 2025 come and pass back with Honorable Kumo serving as Speaker. I mean, let's talk about how 2025 has been for the office of the speakership, especially with Honorable Kumo being the speaker.
It has been both exciting and exhilarating, but challenging. Um, yes, it has been exciting because, I mean, when we came here in 2024, obviously, but then I was still an active member of the media.
Mm-hmm.
But when I say we, I'm talking about the office. Um, came here as ordinary lawmakers representing District 11 in Montserrat County. Came here to represent the people of District 11, but with ambitions to head the legislature. Lest we forget, we participated in the election, the speaker election, that former speaker of Fona Chifufa to the
Okay.
speakership and were defeated. So that has been our ambition since day one in the 55th legislature. So when I say exciting, I mean we were able to achieve that which we
Achieve.
set out for
You,
in
you,
2024.
you think 2025 was a successful year?
Yeah, in more ways than one, primarily because we were able to finally achieve what we had set our sights on in 2024 when we came back in the 55th.
Maybe I'll ask about achievement, what achievement really mean in your own context.
Mhm.
But usually after these kinds of fights, there is the broader knowledge that the next target should be reconciliation. So before going to your own context when it comes to achievement, what can you say about reconciliation? Do we have a reconciled house after the whole fight in 2024?
Well, it's spring for everybody to see. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. This is a political place. We all will not agree on everything. I mean, let's
Okay, so yeah, just go ahead. Let me try to make a quick adjustment here.
okay.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
this is a political place. I don't care what happens. We may never get everybody to be in sync with whatever. But when I say we managed to achieve what I mean, 2025 was a year of achievement. We basically mean that we had sites on the speakership.
Mhm.
In 2025, we achieved that. That's what I meant. But after achieving the speakership,
Mhm.
yes, you're correct. There had to be some genuine reconciliation. And when I say that we have made genuine efforts to achieving that, um, I mean every word I say. Look at the House. We not the speaker will not get everybody on his side politically. It's not possible, right? Well, have we sought to lead a divided House? No. We've tried within our means to bring everybody together.
All right. So when it comes to reconciliation, you think some progress was made, but the
In
house is
in
not fully
enormous
reconciled.
progress, enormous progress.
Okay.
That's why
So
we no longer have a minority and majority bloc.
but basically, if we were to go into that whole conversation about minority versus majority. Um, what do you think the house is right now? How do you think the house is being structured right now? Back then, we were talking about 20, 28, or 26 persons on the minority
Minority.
end, and 30 up to 40 persons later, the numbers
Mhm.
increased. If we were to take a look at the house right now,
Mhm.
what are we talking about in terms of minority?
Well, I still don't think that there's a minority and majority block.
Okay.
There are no blocks in the house based along whom you support.
Mhm.
There are what we call caucuses in the house, which is normal in legislative politics. People form different caucuses. So you may have heard about a caucus called the Rule of Law Caucus.
Mhm.
There's a reason why they don't even like to refer to themselves as minority, because it gives a negative impression. But yes, we allude to the fact that people form caucuses, and these caucuses are formed along ideological lines. So yeah, they may have some ideology they think do not align with the speaker's ideology, but that doesn't make them a minority group or
So you think there's
opponents.
absolutely nothing like minority,
No,
majority
that's
right
not
now,
how the speaker sees it.
or
The
they are
speaker
caucuses?
sees that there is a one legislature with different caucuses. And these caucuses are established along ideological lines. The speaker intends to fall in line. I mean, look, there's a political place, Nelson. There will be people, no matter what, that will have ideas contrary to the speaker's ideas. And they will think that because the speaker does not see things as they see them, so they can't agree on certain things. That will always happen. There's a legislature, there's a political space. So we recognize that. But on the whole, I think the speaker has done enormous work around building a one legislature, building a one House of Representatives. And I think we've achieved that to a large extent.
Um, you know, a lot of people look at this place, the legislature, be it the Senate or the House of Representatives, as that place that is not living up to the expectation of the Liberian people. As far as the three cardinal responsibilities are lawmaking, representation, and oversight. From your own look of things, for the past 1 year, the second session, what can you say about that?
Look, to whom much is given, much more is expected. I understand. I mean, I'm a citizen myself. Besides the fact that I occupy this position, I'm a citizen, and I look up to my lawmaker, to make things happen for my district. And so, given that people hear so much about what lawmakers get, what amenities they have, what privileges they have, people think that they should be performing miracles. Part of why the public thinks that the legislature is the country's problem is due to lack of information.
What do you think?
I'm in a privileged position. I know things that happen. I'm in a space where I can see what's going on. And I tell you this, do I agree with the public, the general perception in the public that the legislature is the country's problem? 100%, to some extent.
To some extent.
Do I think that sometimes the legislature is being wrongly targeted for public scrutiny? To some extent? So some of the scrutiny the legislature gets from the public is clearly due to misinformation. People sit in their homes and think, oh, the lawmakers just receive a whole lot of money. Lawmakers get all these things.
Professor Lee, someone may say, based on where you said, you
Mhm.
and I agree with some of those perceptions.
And I take that. I don't disagree with them
Mhm.
because I too, maybe back then, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, would have had the same thought as them. That's what I'm saying. I'm in a space now where I can see things.
With a
And
different lens.
yes, and I know that some of these criticisms are simply misdirected.
Hmm. I mean, this is intended not to be too long, but I want us to go. I want us to go back into period before now. When you said and take a look at 2024, for example,
Mhm,
moving on to 2025, 1 year down,
mhm.
we're about to enter the third session. Do you think the fight we saw at Capitol Hill recently was worth it?
Yes.
Why?
I've come to the legislature at a time when the fight was at its peak,
Mhm.
and that's when I transitioned to this position. So I jumped on the ship in the middle of the storm. So I experienced firsthand why, firstly, the storm was taking place. And when the storm quieted, those of us who were left standing were able to see those, we were able to see the debris and look through them and say, okay, this is what we have left, and this is why this happened, and this is what we need to do going forward.
Mhm.
When I say that it was worth it, I mean that the changes that have come after that storm can justify the reason for that storm.
The changes after the storm.
Yeah.
What are some of the
And let me list a
changes?
few of them.
Hmm.
Look, when the speaker told me, I want you to come, and work for me, I was very skeptical. For those who know me based on the radio, very skeptical, analytical about things. And the speaker said, come, I want you to come and work for me. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's salary. Yeah, I take that. But there was more to that. And I needed assurances and guarantees that things will happen for the better. I mean, I'm not going to sit in a space and try to justify for things that are clearly not good. It's because don't worry, we have a mindset. We have something that we're looking to do for the legislature. So I came and shared that with me.
What are some of those changes
Primarily,
happening now at the legislature? Essentially, if we're to look back to 2024 and everything, that maybe you would say yes, it was worth it.
Nelson, you just walked through this building. Before both of us could enter the building, we needed somebody to, put their fingerprint or their ID card.
Security system in place.
That's one. And why was it necessary? That was one change that was very necessary because let's not forget, in the middle of the fight, the John Chambers of the Capitol was engulfed in flames. Today, state security and the justice system are still jostling on who the actual doers are. Had we had security systems here, that probably would have been averted. That is one change that I see that you and I are experiencing every day because of this. In addition to that, there are CCTV cameras installed here. I mean, in this day and age, we discuss CCTV as an achievement, but that's to the point at which it was.
That's where I was just about
That's
to
to the
go,
point at which
Fetheli,
this
because
place
some
was.
may say CCTV, that's something we've
As
talked
ordinary
about.
as it is, right? But it just goes to say the leadership that was here before. This leadership comes and see that something as basic in this 21st century as CCTV is not in a public building. So we've installed that. It took us less than 2 months to install that after we took over. We've put in security measures to all the entrances. Look at the serenity of the building. The speaker just had a meeting with the staff, the general staff of the house, under the tree. You could better stay under that place maybe about 8 months back. Today, you can even sleep down there.
All right.
It's a testament to some of the
Man,
changes. There are buses. Let me just list a few. You asked me. There are buses. Today, there are 4 buses that commute staffers of the house to and fro to work. Now these are developments that, I mean, just basic. Just in the first 1 year, right after the storm has been terminated, we now it's an opportunity to sit and look forward to more and more development.
now, Vesely, you just mentioned meeting with staffers
Mhm,
that took place just a while ago, and that's why I want to come in.
mhm.
What is this information about staffers? Some staffers at the legislature not getting paid um, for the month of December, that the government still owes some of those staffers. Was that the nature of the meeting? And you care to speak on that aspect?
So the speaker's meeting with the staff today was basically to hear from them. Since we took over, the speaker has not had the time to have a general meeting with the staff, those working at the House of Representatives, whether personal staff or central administration. So the speaker said, okay, I want to talk to them. There were several disenchantments during the Christmas season. Because of how the Christmas season went, the speaker said, okay, let's hear from them. So today, the speaker just had a discussion.
But
It was centered around what their issues are. The speaker did not go to tell them what he wanted to tell them. He said, let me hear from you. And
was it around the salary?
most of the conversation was around salaries, as you may expect.
But what is the reality?
No,
Is it
nobody,
true that some
nobody
of
came
those
up.
people-
Nobody came up in that meeting and said, "I'm not taking pay." So that news is false.
You think so?
Yeah, nobody. There's absolutely nobody.
There has been
different conversations with respect to
Everybody who works at the legislature here at the House of Representatives has been paid for.
and you're on record for this.
Yes.
But Vesely, the salary at the legislature is in two components.
Yeah,
You have
US
the
dollars.
Liberian dollars component and
Mhm.
that of the USD component.
Mhm.
Are you saying that everybody got salary somehow, whether
US
it's the
dollars.
USD component
No, I'm not saying
or
somehow.
you're talking about
I'm
both?
saying everybody got the full complements of their salary,
All right.
whether US dollar or Liberian dollar.
Now let's talk about this information about the speakership removal.
Mhm.
If you have been following the media of recent, that's a conversation that's in the corridor now. There are information that um, the minority black is regrouping to have the speaker removed.
Yes, there are information around that.
How
But
true is that information? What do you know about that?
I heard it somewhere. I think I listened to one or two media institutions, and I heard something like that. Of course, they are very unsubstantive. And as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I know, there there are how you call it? I want to call them regular legislative issues. Lawmakers have got issues. The speaker is very keen. You know, for the, for as long as I've worked with the speaker, one thing he prioritizes is the welfare of his colleagues. The speaker is very keen on issues affecting his colleagues because he knows that he just first amongst equals and he basically works for them. So news about his removal, I think they're far-fetched. I think
Okay,
somebody is
so
sitting
when,
somewhere.
when you heard the information, who exactly did you hear it from?
No, I heard. I
Okay,
heard.
so let's agree. Maybe you heard it on different radio stations around, but did you hear it from a particular lawmaker, for example?
No lawmaker has
Okay, so
accepted.
take for example, Representative Cole has been one person who has been calling for removal of the speaker and all of that.
No, the code did not say the speaker should be removed.
Step
He
aside,
said the speaker
recuse
should
himself.
recuse himself
Mhm.
based on certain
Mhm.
information that has been in the public. So he has not called for the speaker's removal. If I listened to him 2 times,
Okay.
he said, "I'm not saying the speaker should be removed. I want him to recuse himself." But I'm not too sure if you ask Representative Cole today as of today, he will repeat that statement. I'm not too sure.
You're not too sure?
Yeah,
What's the background of that statement?
because
Why do you think so?
because you see, sometimes people tend to overlook when you don't know somebody. That's why maybe it's on me. Maybe it's my fault that the public really does not know the speaker. Sometimes I want to take the blame because the way people see, the way people perceive the speaker out there is so wrong. They tend to overlook his leadership qualities. Look, Representative Cole, I mean, he's a colleague to my boss. She's been on the media, I think a couple of weeks back, saying some things that are not so pleasant, writing on some information that's very inaccurate, right? Calling on the speaker to recuse himself and saying a lot of things. But the speaker did not, uh, the speaker did not come in and say, go say something, go respond to him, go, no. The speaker took it on the chin and used his leadership qualities to resolve that. I tell you today, call Representative Marvin Cole back to your studio. You will not repeat those things.
If there has been a shift, according to you, in a relatively short time, less than 2 weeks, less than maybe a week, what do you think would be responsible for that?
The speaker's leadership qualities.
So basically, are you saying that whatever that is in terms of plans, maybe minority black trying to regroup and Marvin Cole saying that the speaker should recuse himself. Are you saying that that issue has been dealt with?
Look, there are issues. The Marvin Cole issue, it's not much of an issue. That's not an issue. In fact, the real information about people grouping and having meetings about wanting to remove speaker or deputy speaker or not about Representative Cole. Representative Cole's issue was completely different. We treat it as a sad case. The real issue was that lawmakers here at the Capitol had some issues, genuine issues.
What have been the issues?
I mean, for obvious reasons, I wouldn't want to list those issues.
Okay.
But those issues reached the speaker. The speaker took keen interest in those issues and has been reaching across the aisle. to talk to his colleagues. Much of the problem hmm, that the speaker has had to deal with are not from quote unquote minority. In fact, I said there's no minority bloc. It has been from people who side with him. And that's why I appreciate them. Because you see, when you want somebody to succeed, you push them, you be honest with them, you be open with them. And I think the speaker's colleagues, those who support his ideology, that have had issues for which we've heard news about, people grouping, having meetings, those colleagues are genuine, they're sincere because they're clear with the speaker. They're not like those who supported previous leaders, right, or previous speakers who were, sort of blindfolding them. The colleagues of the speaker who support him and are prepared to come out when he has genuine issues are his real colleagues, are his real friends. And I think he appreciates them.
Uh, uh, beyond just this whole conversation around the removal of the speaker
Mhm.
or maybe minority black regrouping, there's also been information about plans to remove the deputy speaker.
I think much of those conversations are in the same box. I think they're all boxed together. They are not separate conversations. The thing is, given the history of this 55th legislature and how this leadership came to being, right? There will always be conversations around the removal of a speaker because the leadership came to being by removing a speaker. So the public has to get used to that. We ourselves who occupy the position, we have to get used to that. Every time there's a group of lawmakers having a meeting, anybody can speculate that they want to remove a speaker because there was a removal of a
And you
speaker.
think all the information around whether the removal of the speaker or the removal of the deputy speaker are unsubstantiated information?
No, sometimes I think they're blown out of proportion. I think some people just get small information and just, try to balloon it. But we don't take this information like it is a political space. As you walk through the corridors, you see the corridors, you have ears. As you walk through the corridors and you hear people talk things in pockets of conversations, you hear them, you take cue from them and act. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. When we've heard these conversations, I come to my boss, I say, Richie, people are saying this. Make some inquiry, ask some questions, call somebody, talk to your colleagues, hear what they say. And I think that's how we've been able to mitigate these issues when they come up.
Firstly, as official spokesperson for the office of the speaker, what can you say? What do you know? What have you observed? What is the relationship like between the current speaker and the former speaker?
What I can say is that it's not at its best terms. I think it should be. Um, but I can also say that that problem is not from us. You know, I can say it
When you say
clearly.
it's not from us,
I mean, it's not from the Speaker Kuhn side because I can say it unequivocally that Speaker Kuhn has got absolutely no issues with former Speaker Kofa. In fact, Speaker Kuhn is prepared, willing, whatever word you can use, to completely bridge whatever gap there is in the
but you think
relationship.
there's a gap right now.
Yes, that's what I want to think. I want to think that because I don't see the camaraderie between the both of them.
Like what it used to be before the 2024 saga.
Of course. Of course. Look, I go to settings sometime and the former speaker walks in, he shakes, he greets everybody. He sits in his seat for less than 2 minutes and walks back and leaves the sitting. He doesn't participate in the sitting. I don't see him actively involved. I've seen every single lawmaker. hmm, Since after the fight, I've seen every single lawmaker come to this office except Speaker Kofa.
You mean every single lawmaker,
Every single one of them.
including the likes of Marvin Cole,
Yes.
Abu Bana Kamara, like Safoko, some of the
Yes.
guys who were at the
Yes.
time of the fight.
Yes. Every single one of them. You want to name Representative Yeka Kuluba as well?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
you represent Yeke Koloba as well.
Yes.
But do you see reconciliation in progress here?
Well, I know that we're open to that. I know that we're very open to that. So if there's an issue with the former speaker, I think we as leader now, we don't have issues with anybody. In fact, just at the close of the second session, the Speaker Kuhn, named Representative Kofa on the leadership on the group of lawmakers who were supposed to serve as sit-in, you know, during the break for the House before it returns, so that issues that will come to the House during that
Name
period.
it, or it was that a committee
Yeah,
or some
it
sort
was
of?
on a committee of lawmakers who will almost like be the sit-in for the House during the break. He was named on a committee. It's not out of malice. It's because he honestly just wants him to work.
The former speaker was named on that.
Yes,
Did he accept?
but obviously not.
Okay.
Besides, he also named on some other committees. He has turned down. He said he doesn't want to work for any committees at the House.
Okay. But now let's talk about this information as well about Madam Kuhn, Cecilia Kuhn. She has been raising some concerns, and I know it's not strange. You must have followed most of the media engagements and all of that, and she said that um, she wants a divorce from the speaker. The speaker is not giving her a divorce. That is the reason, the basis upon which we saw the last media engagement with Representative Cole when he said he wants the speaker to recuse himself until that issue can be resolved. So, what extent have this saga affected the speakership or the office of the speaker?
Well, maybe to the extent that a lawmaker in Representative Marvin Cole is, has gathered that information, is running, around with it, calling for the speaker's recusal. Maybe to that extent. But beyond that, I think our office thought from the onset, given how she came into the public space and how the information went wild, we thought to provide some basic clarities. But in the end, we were advised by our legal team that it's a legal issue and we should refrain from making public utterances about it. Since in fact she's claiming legality, there is of course a room where people go to settle those kinds of issues. So I mean that's why you see we've refused or we've refrained from making further comments on that situation. Our legal team is fully on top of it, and we will speak to our legal team going forward on this issue.
So you're saying that the office has decided not
Yeah,
to
I mean, going forward,
respond to speak to that issue?
we're not going to make any public utterances about this issue. Our legal team is working behind the
But
scenes.
initially, when I listened to your initial response, you or the office of the speaker took the side that responded to say that Madam Okun is a speaker, is a sister to the speaker.
Yeah, we've not changed from that.
Do you still stand by
Yeah,
that?
we've not changed from that. What I'm saying is, whatever information we've provided already, for us, that's enough. Our legal team has said that's enough. We keep it at that. We're not shying away from whatever information we've given already. All we're saying is we're not making further comments on the situation, because commenting further will only create room for more conversations. We think since it's a legal issue, since it's bordering around legality, we've allowed our team of lawyers to take seize of the matter. And going forward, we'll only speak to our lawyers on this matter.
Lawmakers are returning on Monday.
Mhm.
The third session officially kicks off on Monday, and we're going to see three quarters during the third session. I mean, as far as the office of the speakership, what should Liberians look forward to?
They should look forward to a more responsive legislature in the third quarter. The leadership of Speaker Kuhn is primarily focused on responding to the needs of the people, primarily those things that would directly impact the people are those things that the House will be focused on in the third session. That's why on Monday, after the opening ceremony here on the grounds of the Capitol, the House of Representatives will go to the Providence Baptist Church to have the first sitting for the third session. It is a symbolic gesture to reconnect this legislature to that of our forefathers. We believe that you can know where you're going until you know where you're coming from.
Mhm.
So we're trying to reconnect with our history. You say, okay, it is in this place that the first legislature ever sat. So we want to reconnect with them, reminding ourselves of the primary purpose for which we are elected. So the solemn ceremony of being in the Providence Baptist Church is a moment of reflection to let lawmakers know we have a responsibility to our forebears to represent our people and provide adequate oversight. That is the beginning of what we should expect to see in the third session. I mean, there are several things that the speaker will outline in his message to his colleagues on Monday. I don't want to jump the gun, but we'll be clear with those things that we intend to achieve.
Is reconciliation part of the agenda, especially as we move to the third session
You keep
now?
talking reconciliation, and I keep saying that I don't see the division.
Okay.
You know,
No, but I'm coming from the background where when I asked you about the former speaker and the current speaker, I said
oh
there's
yeah,
a
I'm
gap.
saying that space is open. Look, Nelson, reconciliation should not be forced. Maybe part of the reasons why the society we have is still divided is because we think we're supposed to force reconciliation after the war. People should see the need to reconcile. Two hearts that are um, bitter or have got issues should accept to want to reconcile. For us, from the speaker angle, we have accepted that we don't have issues with anybody, not one single lawmaker. Any one of them who still feels they have an issue, we're prepared to talk. Look, I know that I've seen people who were even more bitter with the speaker during the process. I've seen the speaker and them have conversations. So yeah, we're open. So reconciliation, part of the reasons why Liberia's development has been stalled to some extent is because, look, when you do certain things will fall in line.
Okay.
You know, both when the people they will automatically reconcile with their past. When people are healthy and living good and have basic social services at their disposal, they will not remind themselves of a war. So what we need to do is to move forward from this thing about reconciliation. When everybody get what they're supposed to get, things, resources are evenly, even though not very possible, but resources are to whatever extent evenly distributed and everybody has their share, people automatically reconcile.
All right. Well, Vasily, thanks for granting this brief interview, this media engagement. We thought to do this since, in fact, we expect the legislature to return on Monday, and we look forward to doing this again some other time. But I want to say thanks a lot. It's been great having this engagement.
It was good having you here.
Hey everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Thank you for tuning in. Um, thank you for your patience. Thank you so much for being here. This is the nightly exchange, as you already know. Um, this is where we come to talk about the good and bad of our country, the ugly, everything. But Amy always she always like to hear the good things that happening. But still, we can still dodge whatever we see that is wrong. We still have to talk about it, right? But the good ones are my favorites, just to let you know. So please do us a favor and share the show. Please share it and come back. Let's talk. Um, this is where young Liberians come sit to talk about that country, to be part of the conversation, to, like we always say here, we are not journalists. We all have a side, okay? I have my side. I'm a missionary. I think all of you who always watch, you know that already, okay? And we have everybody here have their own side. We are not journalists on here. We're just bunches, young Liberians who love to have the conversation going. Like we were on the Spoon Late Night. That was our beginning, our first home, and now we're over here because for some other reasons. But anyways, so we also, let me see what's the name to call us. Now we are the night that has changed, but we were also what? Should I say Spooner? Good English, right? Spooner, right? We were part of that. But yeah. But here, anytime anyone is welcome who loves to talk about Liberia, doesn't matter who you are, what party you support, or what government you support. That is your business. That is your constitutional right. Whatever. Come here. Let's talk. Let's talk about an issue. Let's argue it out. Sometimes we argue. We do everything, but at the end of the day, in the back, we are friends. Okay. So when you see us going at each other here, whatever, and talking about the issues, that's where it all goes down. But after that, we go in the back and go and we are friends. Nothing, and that's how everybody should do politics. You don't have to be enemies because you don't support the same side. It make no difference. It make no sense to do that. So we try to be an example of that. So if you like that, you love that vibe, the energy, come on. Sometimes I put the link in the comment section. If you feel free to come on if you want to. If you're not shy like Emmy, come on and let's talk about it. Come. You don't have to be you can be, neutral. Come on and say your piece. You can be I'm not from any political party, but I support the rescue mission. That's my thing, right? I support anybody who I feel is doing right for Liberia or will be right for Liberia. And there's nothing wrong with people who are part of a political party either. That's just my stand. So, yeah, that's it. And everybody here has their own side and stuff. And you should, we all have the urgency as to where we want to see Liberia. And since we all cannot work in the government, we all cannot be, but we can also be supporters and be the ones who hold their feet to the fire to do the right thing. We can't just sit on the side and just not do anything. And then on top of that, we can put our little 1 cent, 2 cents together and go and invest. That's how we're contributing. And you're contributing also by sitting there, taking your personal time to watch us. And we appreciate you for that. So share too, right? This new year, let's have a new attitude. Learn how to share the show. Don't just sit there and watch. Learn how to share the show. Learn how to comment. Learn how to subscribe. Let's all do that. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Happy New Year's again. For all of you who are just seeing me the first time saying New Year. Today is the 10th of January. Been 10 days already. Where you been? If this is your first time coming back. But anyway, Happy New Year's. And I see Mr. Davis in the back. Speaking of first time coming back, Mr. Davis been on a honeymoon. So let me see what he has to tell us. I haven't seen Mr. Davis in last year. There he is. Let's bring him on. Hi, Mr. Davis. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. How you been? How's your new year? How is the honeymoon? Don't mind me, Mr. Davis was not on the honeymoon. Maybe he was just on a vacation. He and family was on a family vacation. I call it honeymoon.
I borrowed word from Nancy Doe.
From who?
From Nancy Doe.
Who's that?
The former
president. Those presidents.
The new year was Kogota State.
That's not true. She said that.
Yeah, they said she was drinking Coca-Cola. Her husband was drinking Fanta. The husband said the program is fantastic. She said, fantastic.
I don't believe that. I've
Well,
been told
anyway,
that too.
happy New Year and happy to be back, you know.
Absolutely. Happy to be alive,
Yeah.
happy to be well, happy for our families and our friends and our viewers and their families. You know, we all, like I said, I pray for everybody before we pray for a better new year 2026 for us as individuals and for our country, for our families and friends, and for the United States, where we at and wherever you might be watching from, you know. God bless it all. So we're here, Mr. Davis. What's on your mind? What's going on? What do you have for us this Saturday?
I'm looking in our country to see what direction we're going to move 2026 into. What is the government new procedure? Are they going to keep on the old way or are they moving forward? What we're going to see in the community in Liberia? Are we going to see development? Are we going to see people's life improve? Are we going
Are
to
you not seeing development already?
We're talking about human development.
Oh, okay.
Talking about
Human social development.
human development is the first primary for Liberia government. But when the human is not developed, example, when they were laying the Japanese highway because there was no development in the minds of the people, they were cutting the copper wire to go sell for food. Yeah, because our mind is not developed. So they didn't care whether they play with the copper wire they're cutting, you're going to make sure that the city look dark and the city not going to be this way. They didn't care about that. So the first thing government need to get engaged in to engage in more human development, let them know their own self value. Let them know value for yourself. You can do something with your hand and do something. You see that the Zogos, they don't know their own value. There's no human development. If they knew their own value, like you and myself, they will not be on the street, people looking for a way for them to go for rehab. There will be no rehab center. If everybody look like you and myself, there will be nobody jacking somebody bad. There will be everybody got a pretension to do something. So the government need to do more human development.
Absolutely. We do need that because even some of the development that they are carrying on, these same human they are doing it for, they're the one being, they're the one sabotaging everything.
Yeah,
right?
but some of the market when
Sometimes.
they move the caterpillar in the net, they go take the garbage. The next day the garbage is powder like this.
It's everywhere. And they're trying to save them from there's some sanitation. And I seen some videos today. Some boy was doing a video about what happened in Douala Market. Because I know a couple of days ago we saw MCC cleaning up Douala Market. Very dirty place. Like that, the trash pile and people are selling and walking innocent. They cleaned. They clean it up like they've been cleaning everywhere else. And then after 2 weeks or 1 month, they bring the trash back. Then you see, it's kind of disturbing when I see stuff like that. But and then after they clean the Douala Market, they told them not to sell on this. The thing about selling in the street is that they sell and then they leave their trash right there. So how can you keep the areas clean? The MCC people doing those things, and that is work. They have to pay people to do those things. It's not free. And then you just going and leaving it there. They have to be taxing somebody or they tell them that don't sell here. You'll go in the market hall, right? And do that there. But they're hard-headed. After that, they came right back. After that hard cleaning in that rain, the people did, they came right back and messed up that whole place. And then when the police took him, the MCC took him, they started taking that market, which I'm not a fan of. People do a lot of stuff, go and credit to get these markets to come and sell and go pay these people and get a little thing on it, right? So, I know it's hard because when they go there too, the marketers are fighting them. At that point, it just gets so, like it's a sticky situation. You don't even know what to do. The marketers are fighting them, and the police are fighting for. It's kind of like survival mode, something, right? They are fighting, and then they're taking the businesses and throwing it. It's a sad scene because seeing somebody like I took somebody business, and now this is happening to it. What am I going to do? How am I going to get this money? And I'm pretty sure sometimes that's what in their head too, as they paying something. So to avoid all of this, I mean, people need to stop when they tell you don't go here, don't go there. I know it's not easy. And the development that we all want, the good like people that we all want to see, the clean, good looking, straight clean, lights everywhere and stuff. And I mean, it's not gonna be easy. You will not be comfortable while they're doing it. A lot of people will not be comfortable. And if you think that's the only place you can make money on the road, trust me, when you go inside of the market, when people come to buy, they see anybody on the street, they will be going to the market. They will not. I mean, if you're not on the street, what would they do, Mr. Davis? If I wanted pepper, and I usually buy on the street, and there's no pepper on the street, and there's people in the market, you don't think I'll go in the market something?
The problem about Liberians is we say we're stubborn, but when we visit other people's country,
no, we're not stubborn. Yeah,
not stubborn. So they say I cannot be deported from my own country, but you be charged for your own death in your own country.
Right.
Yeah, they should.
Oh, cliche that like bringing that be deported.
Be charged because the matter of fact here is you go with yourself, you go to the bank, you sit down in line, you take your precious time to apply for loan. Somebody give you loan, then you say I'll go sit down in front of the market. You know.
When you see police coming,
yeah, police is coming, or say the police are coming, your market gonna be.
I can feel bad, man. When
somebody gonna put down your market, or something gonna happen in your market, and the person not gonna pay because you're sitting down on the road. When the people running, they mess your market up. Remember, you get your horse in the bank as collateral. You get your as collateral. So all those things you got to take into consideration. When you're ready to take the people money from them, you will know what kind of.
We ready to take risks, yeah.
Yeah, so the check. If you want to run around market, ask for one of your customers, somebody to borrow you money. That one when if finish. But don't go to the bank, take the people money, then you can't gamble it. So everything is left with you. How you want to gamble the people money? Do I need to do their business or constantly I need to play here and be running with city police whole day? We borrow all the one there fighting. Do I need to go to jail? All that one in the bank will not understand your condition, whether you go to jail, whether you go to the one.
No, they don't care. They want that money.
You tell them you're going to say do not play in front of on the street, or you're going to say cola no on the street. You say I'm going to do business, I will return your money, or I'm going to do something with your money, I will going to pay you back. So the bank, as far as the bank concerned, you're going to pay them, but I didn't care what condition you go through.
Right. Right. It's sad when I see some of those things. I feel really bad when I see them because I think about it. I know at that moment, I know why they are crying, right? But like you said, you have all of those, responsibility, those obligations, those debt. That's not yours. That's somebody else's, and you have to do X, Y, and Z to protect it. Why? Do that when they already came the first time. They try to get you out of there. They are coming back, right? And then you go taking that risk and staying right to where they told you not to be. It's why is sad to see them going through that because I don't like to see stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm a crybaby, y'all. I have a soft heart. I don't like to see people crying. I don't like to see people feeling bad and stuff like that. It makes me sad, and I feel for them. But at the same time, why put yourself in that position to be, crying like that? Why put yourself in that? They have a job to do. They are very intentional about it. Cleaning the city, giving the city a facelift, the environment. You in the IRS agenda, the water got sanitation, right? Yep. That's one of that pillow or something. They are very intentional about it. And I'll just show a video here today. I'll show like on the beach, somewhere around the beach here, and see how they went and built all these mission structures on there. And the MCC, the land authority, they're doing all of these inspections to get rid of those things and clean up that place. So they are not playing. They are very intentional about cleaning the city, cleaning Liberia. And the least you want to do is to get caught in that. And I think it's a good thing. I mean, I don't know. It's a good thing that you sitting in front of all of these trash. You got your, that's a market right there. You have to eat. You buy something. Those the flies coming from the dumpster, all of the places they put poop and everything that they're coming from, that sitting on your food, sitting on the things you're selling, you know. And when you consume it, you say, oh, you get sick. And then sometimes you say, oh, wish and this, that. No, we gotta learn how to follow. I know it's not something common in Liberia that people following the law, following the rules and stuff. Everybody do their own thing because they after the war, I guess, government came after each other. They haven't been so strict to impose these something to implement it, right? So it's kind of common for people to be stuck in that. But at the same time, when you see a government that is intentional about it, you have to get yourself out of the way if you don't want to lose stuff. Now, I'm not a fan of them taking that market, that businesses that and goose and doing it or doing something. I'm not a fan of that. But in the same time, some people running, like you said, people are running. It's not intentional, right? They hit the knock it over, and then they try to pick it up, and then the police still running and coming, and then right there, it's just the whole thing just get convoluted. It's sad, and I hope our people will listen. Liberia is not. I mean, human beings are in Liberia. They are not animals, right? Here, everywhere around the world, everywhere that we see the place looking so cool, they're looking so clean. If they have any laws yet either in these United States, and people were just doing it, it will be dirty like that. People will be littering. So there are fines that you pay, that you arrest you or you something. So that's why people don't do it here. So they need to put those things in place in Liberia too. Let people pay fines. Let people go to jail. They will stop. Something has to get done. We cannot just keep living like we live in the Wild Wild West. Everybody just doing whatever they want to do, and it's so Liberia. Excuse me. I'm sorry, but something good can come from Liberia, from Nazareth. You can't keep living that way. You said that Liberia, then you're America. Yeah, well, guess what? That all Liberia needs to go. We need to bring new Liberia, and the new Liberia comes with a lot of stuff, and it has a lot of sacrifices for everybody. We all have to make those sacrifices to get it to where we want to be. If we ask them, government, do they want to do, and then when they're complaining, when those things happen, Joseph Waka is not coming anywhere for you. He's the president. He gives those people job to do. They are doing their jobs, right? He's not coming anywhere. He has nothing to do with that. I know people can want to turn into politics and do that, but no. That when the police come in and can do stuff, I'm not calling for Trump, or I'm not calling for whatever. So that our people need to learn that, to know that, and start listening to the authority when they tell them, don't do this and do this. We really have to, picking just to avoid all of the, extra expenses that you put on yourself, because like you said, the bank is not going to listen to you that, oh, the police were chasing me, they took my market, or they threw it out. They don't care about that. You took that money, or you went to the Lebanese main store, the Indian man, or whatever food. I mean, you got to take that money back. They don't care. So, yeah, that's about it.
Like, you can sing one song. They say you label yourself Democrat and Republican. That song, that was my first time hearing it. I listened to it. It's so nice.
Mr. Davis, you still haven't fixed your phone yet? With this standing up camera thing?
My phone, I'm looking better on the camera than that. I don't know how you.
Looking all straight at no. You see how everybody on laying like this?
Like
Arizona. You got your own vertical. But listen, if you pull something down here, right here, you see how you hold your phone right here and pull it down? You'll see something there looking like the lock. You'll see something there looking like the lock, like a lock in a circle, and then you hit it. When you turn it, oh, okay. Can you hear me? When you do that, you hit the lock, and then when you flip it, will be rotating now. But welcome, Emmanuel. Happy New Year's. I haven't seen you since last year.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. You got someone were having show, they invited me and they couldn't hear me. So thank God, at least you can hear me. Happy
Okay.
New Year to you, Amy. Happy New Year. How do people use the question? Say Mystery Marshall?
Marsha territory, y'all.
No, somebody called you. I don't know Mystery Marshall.
Miss Marsha. I said that's not my name. I'm right in my city. That is not my. Ooh, look at my
Yeah.
feedback.
Maybe Mr. David Lines.
Mr. Derek, me a little bit. Let me see.
Where do I meet my people?
Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Okay, I think I should be okay now. So, hello, Happy New Year, Amy. Happy New Year, Mr. Davis. Happy New Year to all of our people listening to us. Since last year we've been away. Sorry for, the long absence and silence. We have our plans, but the place we live in also has its own plans. So sometimes
Yeah.
it's us. We don't have control over some of them. We do at times, but not every time. So when you see us, please consider us. We are sorry. Yeah, so that's it. Amy, thank you for having me. I just came, so I'll be in the bag a little bit. When I'm ready, I'll signal you. I'm trying to set things up, please.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to, let me put this down a little bit. Okay, let me unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
So that econ music, it's too fun. What a Democrat, but remember your children are growing up. They are growing up to go to good school. Your labor, you continue to labor the country on party line. The country will not. This is what is happening in Liberia. Me, I'm not for no party. I don't care. What is happening in Liberia is the political party are laboring the other political party difference to the surveillance. They say, oh, your call there, when we come there, the thing will not happen. And you all remember when the people come there, the listen to the police will say will be coming running behind you people. Then now they see people that lie, they can't lie to you, they say nothing will happen, that lie. Then I said when they can't, they want that government to be good. They want that government, a place to be clean. So nobody will lie to you, they come to the market. I your fear about just about government, I your fear about our government. And the government here, they too high, we cannot even do this. Most of the thing, you start labeling yourself a political party, market off. You go and do the right thing. When you do the right thing, everything will be fine with you people. But you continue to label yourself a partisan to political party, your aim and objective might be different. And at the same result, God is in heaven too, looking at you. So some of the things that when you're doing it, God is paying your back. What you're doing that is wrong.
So I'm not. You said nobody should label themselves as partisan? Why?
Why would we labeling outside a political party? Then we're fighting in the country for the other men to go wrong so I can come there.
Isn't that democracy?
No, that's not what they call democracy. You causing problems for the other people. Democracy means everybody to be free.
Well, you're saying two different things, though. You can also be a part of a political party and have and do right by the country. Yeah, and you can be a part of a political party and not want to see anything done, anything good happening because it's not you being there. So it's two different things. You can be because you see some other people there, right? They are part of a political party, but they are objectives. They know that when something good happening, they say it, they talk about it, right? And then when the bad thing happening, but for you to say, oh, because I'm from different political parties, so I should always be wishing for bad to happen in this government because I'm not from that party. And then I'll understand you a little bit, but I don't see anything wrong with being a part of a political party. I mean,
I'm not saying you shouldn't be part of a political party. When you be part of a political party, you should be objective. You should be careful of. To be saying what the country, but in Liberia it's not so.
No, I know.
Liberia is not so. Liberia is different. Political parties are looking for a way for the other government to support. They are looking for all the avenue from the market tool, from the wheelbarrow ball, from the pimping driver, from whatsoever. They're looking for a way for the other government to be bad. When the other government come to power too, they're looking for a way for the other government to be bad. So they continue to do this thing. At the end of the day, Liberia will not develop.
It will develop. It will.
When we label ourselves that way, it will not develop.
You know why it would develop, Mr. Davis?
Eh?
Because God is not asking those people who want to see
Listen,
bad things.
Look at from 1847 to 2025, 26. From 1847 to 2026, how many years? We still doing the same thing. This is PPP, this is AMP, this is DDD, this is OOP. The OOP people, they're not in power today. Now, United Party was doing it to CDC. Now they're in power too now. Now CDC people are looking for a way to do it to them too. They go to the market, they ask the marketer, then the journalists then go there. They go ask the example when you are starting, say, we're not journalists, we get start to play. Let me tell you, no journalists never get start to play. All of them get start to play.
Well, they're not supposed to. They're supposed to be neutral and all of that, and be fair. And be fair with the discussion.
I think you go people from Nigeria or different countries to come be journalists in Nigeria, like, will be fair. All the journalists in Nigeria, they take start to and other people. You can see from that interview, you can know that they're not fair.
Okay. Yeah, I want to come here a little bit, if you don't mind, please.
Yeah, come in.
Thank you. In the world, people got different ways of seeing things. In Liberia, some people feel the government should be small. Not everybody should be in government. Some people feel that not everybody should be in this capital city.
Right.
Some people feel that not everybody supposed to be educated. We can everybody educated, nobody will say. Some people feel that not everybody is supposed to be elected. Some people feel that not everybody should be appointed. Some people feel that some people not supposed to be president. Those kind of different thinking that what leads to different political party. So if like currently now, some people feel the citizens should give more money so they will build the country. They call taxes. Some people feel the money they put paying to us, let's give it back to them so that they'll be encouraged to pay more than another form. So the kind of different form of thinking that what leads to political party. So if you say there should be no political party, then we should all think the same way.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're not even thinking the same way in politics, we're not all be in the same political party. Even though some people just form political party because they want to be president or because they just want to be known, they want to be in history as one of those who took part in elections.
Right.
But there are some people who are actually forming political party because they got different way of thinking. Let me just get a few of them that that are able to give. I may not be right. Like when Bronski came, he came with Liberty. Bronski's idea was certain things in Liberia here must be done by Liberian and certain things be done by American. So his entire idea was the Liberianization policy that was his driving force. The party believe not everybody's supposed to be in government, not everybody's supposed to be in the city. The cities should discongest the city. Some people, those who come from Grand Gide should go back to Grand Gide and build Grand Gide. Those who come from Lofa, go back to Lofa and build Lofa. That's Unity Party belief. Not everybody's going to be in government. So when Unity Party comes, they introduce policy that reduce the government. Like when Ellen came, she had what they call downsizing and right sizing. Then she swing the government. She put some ministries together. We no longer have ministry in how do you call it? Rural development. No more rural development.
No more planning.
No more planning. No more, those kind of different ministries she took them and strained them together because she wanted a small government. And that's the same thing President Obama doing when he came, Senegal, he took them out. Even though it's 10 position, but you know what I mean? That everybody's supposed to be here. So because what happened is that if you appoint Amy can work own group. So Amy get 100 people, she will come with them. So when you take Amy from there, guess what? That salary reduced. So President Bogaki introduced almost a similar thing. He also have high taxes currently in the country that we should pay more money so we pay our country. Other people say no. So like I'm saying, because we got different way of thinking, Amy, so we got different political parties. The second part coming here, you're coming. The second part has to do with interviewing people. Nobody in the country is neutral, but per your profession, you're supposed to try your best to appear neutral.
Be fair
know?
with the discussion. Yeah.
Yes, try to be as much as possible be neutral. So when the people go in the market to go interview, they are not politicians. They may have a political mindset. But what about those that are interviewing? So I came on the show and say, Amy, how you feel about the government? Amy will give me the way she feel about the government.
All right.
I don't have to agree with her. You understand what I mean? So people go in the market and ask the people how they feel, and they're giving their opinion. We shouldn't say because they give their opinion, so it means they are political. You understand what I mean? The people giving you how they feel. Somebody say, oh, and one people should understand, Amy, as the day grows from one day to another, the economy will never be the same, no matter how good our country is.
Mm-hmm.
Because Amy
Yeah,
get
no.
Amy yesterday never had child. Today Amy got children. That population adding up. Imagine never had child yesterday, today he got children. Population adding up. So on the show now, Amy get 3 children, I get 3 children, you get 3 children. When we came here for, we never had children, we were 3. But a few days later, we are no longer 3, we are how many? We are 9
You
now.
mean like triplets or half?
You know, we are one. So at the end of the day, the 3 of us will now go to 9. You understand what I mean? So the fact that we were 9, when we were 3 first, we're eating 1 cup. If we become 9, we either eat
They
10
probably
or
do
12
assist
cups.
for-
You know, we either eat 10 or 12 cups. If we can't afford to get at 12 or 10 cups, guess what? The situation for us become difficult.
Yeah, things are.
So that's why affect economies. So what we need to do, we shouldn't use the same method we did yesterday, because yesterday and today will not be the same, tomorrow will not be the same.
Mm-hmm.
So don't say because the people that completely in the market, they don't know what the economy is. So the government need to help them to understand how the economy is. So you know how people, we just came. We are not producing our own rice here, so rice will be hard. We just came. We don't have road, so because no road, those that are making fire in Nimba will not be able to bring the food to town. So you explain to the people, but you not do it. You said because they were selling 4 cup already yesterday, she's not selling 4 cup already yesterday. She will not understand that because too many people coming and not too many rest coming to meet the people demand, they'll say Joseph Boga failing. So this is their education. We don't blame them for it, but sometimes we blame ourselves too, because the government itself may not address certain things at certain point in time. Thank you, Amy. But I'm hungry, I'm eating, so I'll go in the bike tomorrow, I'll come back.
So what about the journalists that go do the interview?
I just told you about the journalists. I said journalists.
Saying that you just say we're not educating the people. Why did the journalists couldn't educate them when you interview?
No, the general position is to get information out of you. So I came to you, Mr. David. I said, Mr. David, how you know Amy? You tell me how you know Amy, that your opinion.
The question I'm asking here is, the journalists already know the problem. They are aware of the problem.
How do you know they know about the problem? How you assume?
If you are journalists, mean not get information.
No.
What you giving to the people?
Mr. David, stop.
You are saying, listen, not like you government, you're going to buy for the government now. But as a journalist, when you go interview the people on the economic side, you just explain it. We have 0 children. We're eating 1 cup of rice. We get 9 children now. We're eating 10 cup of rice. We cannot afford those 10 cup of rice. So as a journalist, when I go, I got to give the mathematical detail of what happening now. You all know Liberia before was 2.5 million. Now we're 5 million. So thing has increased. So thing price will not be the same. So when you interviewing people, also measure this to them. Don't you think every year this can happen? It can happen their way.
No, it's not a journalist to do that.
As a journalist, you got to tell the truth.
Mr. David, that's not what you call their truth is different. Let me tell you, there's a universal truth and their opinion truth.
You fall on one person. You fall on one person. You're not supporting some government, or some people pay you, some politicians and pay you to go.
No, Mr. David, stop. Don't do it that way. The reason the person go to the market is to know how that person in the market feeding. They don't go there to teach. They are not teacher. The reason they went to that market to ask the woman.
You are a reporter. You are there to tell them the truth, the information. Reporter is information.
Mr. Smith, you know what happened? There's certain thing in reporting they call data collection. The first thing you go collect the data. When you bring the data now, then you give your analysis based on what the person say. Somebody say, oh, yesterday I was selling 2 cup of rice. But today I want to sell 2 cup of rice. That person information. You're not going to tell them why they're not telling them. You're not going to take, because the very first thing when you start telling that person now, the person start arguing with you, the time you get there to stay there, you stay there longer. So guess what? You get the information how the person bring it. Now when you come to your station, before you report it, you say, oh, even though the poster they were selling 2 cup of red. But at that time, how many bags of red were coming to Labro? Maybe they were bringing 1 million bags of red, but today they were bringing 1 million bags of red because we're under 4 million people. But today we are 5 million people. So the 1 million bags of red can't serve all the 5 million people. So guess what? The price will change, the purchasing power will change, everything will be different. Your dollar strength will either get high or less based on many things that happen in the country. But I don't know when you don't go sit in the market and be explaining to the woman.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? What
Amen.
is when you interview the people, Jai say you collect.
All right, so let's move on. We'll talk about it.
As a general, you go interview the people, Jai say you collect data, Amy. Yeah, how you collect the data? After collecting the data, you go to the proper authority and ask them the question. These are the view of the people from the market. So when you're getting your report on the news media, before the people be listening to radio now, they say we interviewed 20 people today. They say this happened. But the right authority, this is what the right authority address the issue. This is how journalists will be. But not something to base on and say, we see that if people cry on the street, if people doing this on the street, the other government were better.
No, that's not. Those people who are doing that, they are not journalists. Yeah, like you said, we already talked about that, right? If you see anybody doing that, that's what it is. Like politics or political party or camera phone holders and stuff, they are not journalists because Emmanuel said, and you said the same thing too. They'll collect the data and go and discuss it, and that's where the education comes in. And but I don't know if you were saying that he had to, the person had to stay in the market there. Well, you can say a few things though. You don't have to go into detail. You can say a few things while you are interviewing the person. So kind of like, try to something, but even though they will be going back and forth with you, but you can still highlight some things into them to make sure there's something, but not to do the really the proper education or teaching something is when you at your station or when you're doing reporting or whatever. But while you're listening to people interviewing, then there are some things you can pull out there when the wrong information is being given. You can educate them on that right away. It's not going to take time to do so. But the one that you see in our country today was, look at the player. So the boo boo, look at the player. Those are not
they're not going to the right authority to contact though.
Right. Those are not journalists. They are just party saying, how they call it.
Go to the rightful people, then they address the issue. When they not address the issue now, then you put it on the press, on the news.
Yeah.
The highest will be.
So we saw the Minister of Finance, the Honorable, the dynamic Minister Augustine Way Gafwan, right? That's how you say it, right?
Yeah, Way Gafwan.
Way Gafwan.
Way is used for both male and female in Lovakande.
Oh yeah, what's the meaning of that?
I don't know.
I think you're about to educate me. But anyways,
I had a pharmacist to know about that.
No wonder. So yeah, he's going around checking the projects that are happening in the country. Where's my stuff? Oh God, I hate when I do this. When I post something other to talk about and then it disappears. So he's going around inspecting these projects that he allocated this money to, or that he sure and share these monies to. He said now it's time for to implement these things. There's a lot of writing here. I'm not going to try to read it, but you all know what I'm talking about. If y'all want, we can read it. Mr. Davis, you can read it.
I'm gonna read.
But it's so long. But yeah, he's going around from on these main roads and other places to inspect these projects that are ongoing, right? To make sure things are in the right place and they are doing those jobs for the monies that were given to them. So let's read a little bit of it. Let me try to grab a little bit of it so we can read it. And well, I'm trying to get some pictures and to put it up. Pictures. So when I tell you, Mr. Davis, that when we were discussing about the marketers behavior, and I told you that this government is kind of like, from what we have seen, they are intentional about what they're doing, right? Now, we're not saying they're perfect now. Don't get it twisted. We're not saying everybody's doing the same thing and they're all perfect, but for the most, they are doing things and they are intentional about doing it. So, is this a common practice in Liberia that the finance minister go inspecting places that he gave money, what they said they were doing to make sure that those work? Because his name is on those checks that the finance minister signed it and give it to this person, and, you know.
Yeah, you got to look at the need of finance ministry, planning and economic and development. So whenever you give money out by right, you're not sit down in the office like that. If I'm finance minister of Liberia today, I'm telling you, no minister or director will sit down in the office. What they sign for and can't order and be developing budget, I got to see that budget working. As a finance minister, I'll get my other men on the field. I will put myself on the field to go check whatever in every ministry or every agency, what you're doing, the money we're giving you. What are you doing with it? Are you just sitting there in the office reading the newspaper and go get donor and post cigar in your mouth? No. The money was given to you for a certain purpose. So every project, even the man say, Fuller man say, it will bring banana. That banana I must see it.
Right.
I'm not going to say that. Because the more they not do the work. Everybody at the end of the year, they will come, they not report, they not tell you what they use the money for.
Mm-hmm.
It will just be empty promises. We did it so. They can't even give you budget. Well, because they can't defend no more budgets because they didn't know what they use the first money given for. How the money went, nobody can give you report of it. So if they start doing that, I think the first person that ever did something like that was President Doe.
Oh.
Yeah, Doe used to go into the pure offices in the morning to see what time they kind of work. If the president can go to work 8 o'clock in the morning, then what you sitting down, you're not coming to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. What are you doing?
So I had Doe used to fire a lot of people, ministers. They fire you, whoever there, they Doe can make you the minister.
No kidding.
Yeah, Doe used to do it.
If he's fired and met the sweeper, then the sweeper is the next minister.
The sweeper per se, but don't mean the assistant minister, then the assistant minister become the proper minister.
Now I'm getting it. Yes.
To me, it was good though. It made the ability then go, they pay you, then you go sleep.
Yeah, that doesn't add up. Yeah, that's the one that's telling you to go sleep.
Somebody do that visit you people. Just like you're not even expecting him. Somebody go to your ministry or to your direct agency. Who are you? What the managing director? You not come to where you? Who you? Assistant managing director. Congratulations, you the managing director for the place now.
Wow.
You can't meet your letter. Your letter already printed, it's sitting now waiting for you now. Don't finish with you.
I mean, that would get people to do their job. That would get people to be serious if somebody was doing that, like the way he was doing it. And so with this, right? You saw this on President Doe, according to you, and now we've seen it with the boycott something government. What is this telling us about this government? Like, I mean, is this something that we need to be hopeful that this is really, we're on the right track here with? What do you think about this whole practice or action?
I mean, this is the third year. This is the time for the Barack government to really work to see whether 2029 for them or not for them. The third and the fourth year.
Why are we keep talking about the next election year whenever
And
somebody
that's,
is elected?
this is the time to win the people, the third and the fourth year. Because the fifth and the sixth year is not for you. It's for planning political party, whatsoever, running up and down. So whatever you do, the people will not remember it. So if you want for the people to remember you, the third and the fourth year. You not do anything, I'm sorry for you. You can't win no election. Don't think the people lying to you. The third and the fourth year, you got to convince the people why they make you president. The first year, you will still adjusting yourself. The second year, even though your branches were adjusting, but now you now get roof. Your root all the way is going deep on the ground now. So now do in your third year, in your fourth year, forget about it. You can't be president for the next time, except you can get president in Liberia with it.
Yeah, Emmanuel, were you listening while you were eating? You're muted.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we should look at the function of the ministry.
Mhm.
The function of the ministry is to give financial advice, to monitor expenditure, and to help plan capital projects, oversight over capital projects. But when it comes to going to the field, I don't know if that is part of the Ministry of Finance and Planning's functions.
You just say monitor.
Isn't that oversight like you just talked about?
Financial oversight. I give an adjective, financial oversight. So that is, Amy, give me $400 to go and buy a computer. I'll come back to you. So let's say in this play, let that divide the position. Mr. Davis is the RT man. You are the financial secretary. So I go to Mr. Davis and say, Mr. Davis, I want a computer. He said, okay. For this project, the computer is all to buy. It should have this gig. It should have this spec. So go and find it. I said, oh, Amy, based on Mr. Davis' advice, I need $300 to buy a computer. Give me $300. After I buy the computer, I will come back to you with the computer spec. You will look at the paper, compare the document, see whether the thing I buy, it actually meet the money. That's your financial responsibility, financial oversight. Now, when it comes to the physical part of it, Mr. David, who is the IT person, who is the technical person, is the one who would look on the physical part of it. If you will leave your financial oversight and start to inspect the equipment that Mr. David is supposed to do, in my opinion, is overstepping.
Do you think that's the reason why that is?
Like I said, I'm not
depending on our country, depending on what we have been through, depending on giving people giving all of those large budgets and say they're doing this, and then in the end you don't see it. I mean, you think there's a reason why he's doing this.
In every ministry, they got technical service person. They got deputy minister for technical services. Even at that ministry of finance, the technical person will be able to be the one who's supposed to go on the field to find out the technical aspect of what you just talked about. Now, they got a fiscal person, they got a budget person, they got a planning person. All of them report to the finance minister. When it comes to going on the field, like the issue of the picture I just saw on the stream, because when I video that picture I saw on the screen, maybe that video boy.
There's a video.
Yeah, but I saw it as picture, so I just seen it that way. Like the picture that I saw on the screen. That was a road project I was looking at. That road project falls directly under the Ministry of Public Works. So what becomes of the public works that the Ministry of Finance is going there to inspect? I don't know. I'm when it comes to government issue, I'm not ready on paper. I don't have a physical or practical experience, so I can't say he's wrong. But from from the physical, from the theoretical aspect, it's not part of his function. You understand? It's not part of the function, but like I said, it's my theoretical idea. When it comes to the practical idea, they bear on the feet. I first time becoming finance minister, so maybe a part of the function that I did not see. That's just my opinion. That he may not. I'm not saying he's wrong, but for the one that I know, I think that should be the work of the technical people. Even Minister of Public Works, don't just go on the field. He has a technical person who is responsible to go on the field. If you go in there, they can go together.
Mhm.
But that's just the theoretical aspect that I know. That is the thing what I read. But when it comes to the practical aspect, people who did it before will be able to tell whether he's wrong or he's right. So I don't have an opinion on that to see whether he's wrong or he's right.
Well,
can you classify that in Ministry of Education?
Come again?
Ministry of Education.
Mm-hmm.
what about them?
They go inspect them, you think the technical people they're not working?
Please, I beg you, I've just given you education. Please, can you please make your question clear?
And whatsoever level the Ministry of Education, don't even get what going on there. So can the Minister of Planning go as we give money for Tomeha, we not see the thing happening to Tomeha, all those things, can they just say Minister of Education supposed to go do it, or can we go see what happening there too?
Okay, thank you. So when it comes to government property, GSA is responsible. So you go to finance, you say you want to buy 4 chairs. You carry the receipt to the finance, you say you buy 4 chairs. GSA has an internal auditing arm that will go to inspect whether indeed you bought 4 chairs. Because that is their function. You see, the reason you have different branches is that so that we work. So you can have somebody who's supposed to inspect, then who's supposed to get money, go and inspect. Then who's supposed to inspect, what he's supposed to be doing. But like I said, don't take my word for it. I'm just thinking of what I read in civics, or maybe on the paper. The practical aspect, I may be wrong. But for me, I think when it comes to inspecting government properties, that the example you gave on education, when the man buy 4 chairs for Tomeha, is that Minister of Finance supposed to go inspect the chair to go kind of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? The very first thing, before that chairs go to that Tomeha, GS is supposed to receive them and put on the GSA because of government property. So if you told the finance minister, say he bought 4 chairs, that has him receive, you carry to the GSA and GSA go and inspect whether that 4 chairs for true before they put the stamp on them. When you buy a computer for Tomeha, they'll put GSA on it. If you buy crayon, any kind of object for Tomeha, they'll put GSA on it so that you know that it's government property.
No,
you
not understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
You get a lot of 1x2 or 2x4 school in Liberia. They kind of register with the Ministry of Education. And Education Ministry sort of go and monitor those schools and see what you come, because you come with business, even for profit. You tell the government, I want to run our elementary school. This is what sometimes see some school running in Liberia. They are in deplorable condition. They are not even in school. Education is sort of close them now, but you see them operating. Then some of them asking for government to help them, and government giving even them some instructor. So tell me, you want to tell me the Ministry of Finance is approving a salary, approving projects towards them, and Education Ministry is not doing what it's supposed to do. So if the Ministry of Finance go there, because the example, what we should do in the rural development, all they have Ministry of Rural Development. Now they call it, there's no more Ministry of Rural Development. I think they go on an internal affair or something. I don't know where.
No, the unpopular way.
Probably well. Okay. So all those ministries, if they are functioning, I'm not sure the finance minister going to go on the street to go find out what is going on. Because the problem here, we got to look at the noise too from that coming from. You got to look at the public opinion too. What is going on? Oh, if you're not doing nowhere, go every day. If you're not doing nowhere, I say, okay, finance minister, I'll start there one day and see what's going on. Maybe some of these lessons, the minister is going around to see what really going on.
Yeah, okay. Mr. David, I'm not disputing what you're saying. I will only the point I'm putting through. I say, according to the document, the function of the Ministry of Finance, its functions, is to monitor financial expenditure.
Uh-huh.
You understand? He's able to monitor projects as well, but the financial, the monetary aspect of the finance of that project. So you see, being road to go to Bapuru, right? The road need money, right? The minister of finance in a position is to know how much you say you need for that road. Then you send people to inspect that road. Not he himself want a few. The other technical people will do. They want to go now and look at the road and say, "Oh,
Okay.
Mr. Minister,
So let
this
me
thing-
look for this and read a little bit why he doing this. But go
yeah,
ahead, keep speaking.
yeah." So when it comes to the issue, when you ask about the education ministry, that ministry is big. They have different ministers for different positions. They got ministers who are responsible to make budget for them in the Ministry of Education. They got people who are responsible in that ministry to keep their records. They got people who are responsible in that ministry to inspect schools. They got people who are in that ministry to inspect the instructional materials. They got people who are in that ministry to inspect the teachers, their records, their documents, their credentials. And the got people who are even there to inspect how they comport themselves before the students. You can't go to school dirty. You can't go to school drunk. So they got different people, and we pay them. Amy, understand the point? I can't pay you to go inspect the man. Why the man wear dirty clothes? Then you sit down there, even though I give the money, myself go inspect the man. You understand what I'm saying? Then but like I said, because I didn't work in government, so my own maybe limited to the theoretical part. So I don't know whether it's wrong or it's right, but for me, I feel like certain people who are responsible to do it, maybe they're not doing their job. They're all pushing to go in the street.
Okay, so let me maybe we'll find something in here. Or when he went, I mean, he said, Minister Gafwan, let me give me other inspect progress
name is-
of Banga.
The name is Gamfuan. Gamfuan.
I call him Gaf. How about that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
But if you just find a minister, you move on. Let go. Yeah.
Okay, right.
A country ni ko ene kana we. Inge mini.
No, don't say that thing to me.
Don't
baby.
do that. Mentioning his name, he has to be correct.
Can we call Davis any kind of way?
No, David is when you put David in the computer, it will not highlight. You put
So because the computer, so we shouldn't respect it to call it the way it's already before.
No, he put the way the computer will not highlight. So
I mean, don't do that thing, but
you
that
know, into syllable for it.
I mean, don't
it
bring that
doesn't matter.
West.
So you will push
Don't bring that West.
highlights.
Don't bring that West.
The English name or something.
That's the mentality. You should say be ready with chicken fellow. You know,
So let me read it.
Mr. David,
There's that
the best
minister.
you can do, ask the man for his name's pronunciation and pronounce it that way.
don't rap
pronounce it any kind of way.
don't rap from Liberia to America.
Minister, let me read it to you a little
Go
bit.
ahead, Amy.
I'm not read the whole thing. Let's just read a little bit. Minister Gafwa inspects progress on Banga Saraye road project and government commitment to completion. Should that be the reason why? The Minister of the Finance and Development, okay, MFDP, Augustine Gafwa conducted an inspection on Monday, January 6th, to check the progress of roads construction along the Lofa corridor. The contractor responsible for the pavement work hired by the Liberian government 7 years ago is Chico. Okay, so let me read one more paragraph. During the tour, the minister visited significant locations, including the rock crusher. But what? But I'm sorry, I don't know the time here. I'm picking you.
Batala.
No, Batala. It's a Balatua in Bonkante. Balatua.
Balatue.
But whatever. But they won't highlight when you put it in the computer. Let me tell you right now. Balatua in Bonkante and observe ongoing asphalt pavement works that have where am I? That have not reached what is the other one name? Golu Town in Lofa.
Spell it.
Golu Town in Lofa. And about 13 kilometers from Salaye. Chico has recently resumed work on the project after a pause since 2023, leading to an intensified focus on asphalt pavement activity um, along the corridor. So I think from the one paragraph, I do understand why he doing that. Project engineer assumed Minister Gafwan that the pavement works are scheduled to reach satellite before March 2026. With fundings already secure, extend the road further to Konya.
Kunia.
There you go. Oh, now they continuing today. They mentioned that around 300 workers are currently involved in the project. A decrease from the previous workforce of about 1,000, but additional hiring is expected as construction progresses. The increased pace of work followed the contractors returned to full operation in 2025, October 2025, after a period of inactive spending over 2 years. Minister Gafwan engaged with engineers and local laborers, acknowledging their dedication and significant contribution to the country development. He reiterated the government of Liberia's strong dedication to completing the project and assured workers that financing for the road has been secured. He also expressed optimism that favorable weather conditions will enable construction to proceed without further delay. Minister Gafwan applauded his colleagues, Public Works Minister Roland Guinness, and his team for their follow-up effort in ensuring the ongoing work are on top quality. So, okay, wait, last one. The minister provided a historical overview of the project, recalling securing an initial 2 million during his first term as finance minister in 2011 to finance the feasibility studies for the Banga Minikoma Highway. This project advanced under the guidance of then Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Vice President Joseph Yuma Boyka. Wait a second. So this project begun under the previous United Party administration. And in the 6 years of George Weah's term, they didn't finish it?
Yeah, that road, a long road, not a short road. No quota beyond it before, no asphalt payment. So, in all
No,
I was looking, and
no,
that
it-
on it, so you can't compare.
no,
Yeah.
it's not like that, Mr. Davis. What I know about the road, especially projects in Liberia, when the development partners come and say we want to build a road, the government has certain things to do. So for the issue of that road, I think the government was supposed to pay 3 million as a government contribution. Then you have to settle the people that are along the road. So it takes time for the government to settle the people on the road and then pay their contribution towards the construction. So the time it will take for you to complete that when the people can start working. And that work was on, but it stopped in 2023 due to the elections. So that's the problem. The new government account, everything is already secured. The only thing they need to do is to pressure the people to move forward.
So do you think that's why he's going on these tours himself? Because of the longevity of this role and how all of the whatever that had happened on it? Or not just the role, he was doing other projects too. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even when it comes to that, it's strange to me. So I can't actually
Okay,
speak to it. Yeah.
got
I
it.
don't want to I don't want to appear like I'm condemning the man, then at the end of the day are wrong, or I don't want to praising them at the end of the day are wrong. So since I don't have idea on it and I don't want to go in detail about it.
So you think it was the president? What would be your idea on it?
The president is the chief of everything. The president is the finance minister. The president is the agriculture minister. The president is all the ministers in Labrador. So the president can inspect anything. He's not wrong.
Gotcha.
So you know what that
So,
president, man?
What?
You know what that president saying?
But that was I don't know. So I don't want to say again.
what do you want to say, Mr. Davis? Mr. He doesn't know
So I can talk
what's
this out.
going on.
To me, me,
Yes.
personally, I would love it for Gafwan to tour all the road project.
I do too.
No, I would love it instead of him following the president everywhere. President going, finance minister there, agriculture minister there. They not need to do anything to the meeting the president going for. They not need to be part of it.
You don't know that.
Only on there, they are new jeep where they get, like new difference where they get. Then they use it to go Grand Gila, go Maryland, then they go see the road there. Project will be better. They will be following president in plane. To me.
Well, to you, Mr. Davis, if
Yes.
they are going, if the president is going on the inside meeting, let me finish. If the president is going in a meeting that required fundings or require cash talking or whatever and stuff like that, the finance minister has the right to be there. He's the cashier for the country, right? Like in so to speak. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him being there. I don't think the president just put these people behind him just to go and go escort him to have fun or whatever. Some trips you don't see the foreign minister on those trips. Sometimes you don't see finance minister on some of those trips. Where they are needed, that's where they show up. And nothing wrong with that.
They already get representative in the country, so they don't need to be part of it. The ambassador are representative, the foreign minister there already. So before the president go to Asia or India, the ambassador in India represent as foreign minister right there.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Davis,
Yeah.
Davis,
Yeah.
the government on paper is different from the government in practicality. So sometimes we shouldn't just jump to a conclusion if we actually don't get the details. When the president is traveling on a particular trip,
yeah,
every trip the president travel to, it has set up ministry. Maybe the president is traveling to discuss foreign affairs with the next administration, with the counterpart. The president has to go with the foreign ministry who understand the foreign aspect.
The foreign
language. If the president is going to discuss finance, he has to go with the finance minister to help him because the document will come. The president will have to look at the document and the finance minister will say, "No, happening, Mr. President, they want you will not help us. They will not help us financially."
Exactly.
When it comes to military or defense, you go to the defense minister.
The defense minister, right.
Mr. President, security-wise, let me end. I beg you. Security-wise, don't do the thing here, good for us. So the one the president travel, for me, the issue I got with president to travel all of them at once. The one I got issue with. But president had to travel with ministers, he had to travel with directors because those people are needed to give advice to certain things at certain point in time. So you can say you shouldn't travel with them. Not because you get embassy in Nigeria, so you're going to carry the foreign minister. The foreign minister is the head. So if that one made mistake, force it on the foreign minister. So the foreign minister saw how to be there, so that she's held accountable. But for me, like I always say, this thing when it comes to it, that the people part know. So people do the practical part, then it actually speak to it.
Because I don't really see Donald Trump traveling with all of you now.
How many things you see Donald Trump traveling?
I don't see him travel with a group of people.
No, okay, so this is it. So Donald Trump is traveling to UN.
Yeah.
He got special representative there.
Why would he go with finance minister? Well, who's the
You see the issue of America and us, we can't compare. We mean a lot. We mean so many things that we don't have.
Yeah,
the one getting the reason now.
Not trying to UN, you get already represented there. When Baga trying to UN, you also get represented there.
But listen to what I'm saying.
All the whole group behind him.
Hey man, you still, Mr. Derek, if you allow me to end, you understand where I'm speaking from. America has everything she needs. She's not going to ask for it. If she will ask for it, they already told him how to ask for it before he leaves. Liberia case, we don't have it. We don't have experience in many things. So it can already be the who can say, oh, no happen. Let me, for instance, Amy wearing a cap. She's a female. I'm a male. I don't know what Amy is feeling with a cap on her head. So I can't talk to her. But if I'm a woman and Amy wear that cap and I wear it before, I know how to talk to him. So America is already at that level. They already understand everything. So they don't even need help. They don't need a verse. At a certain point in time, they don't need a verse to do certain things. Because they have had that experience. They can look at what Joy Bui did. They can look at what the other person did. But right now, Mr. Boakai can't look at what Joy Bui did. Mr. Boakai can't even look at what Ellen did. Because guess what? It did not make any difference. That's why he fights. That's why he said he's a president today. So there are certain things we can make decisions on. I invite other people, but there are certain things. Most of the things in Liberia, we need people. But America don't need people. That will make it different. America, the president can travel today and come back. Before he goes, the moment the president tell his security forces I'll be in London Friday, they put already actually they put already leave, they gone. Can you do the same thing here to send your security here?
Yep.
By the time you enter the airport here, they put security, they take it over. Your security just be behind you like bear. Hold on, they're not acting as security. But America traveling, they travel the entire country with them in one leg suitcase. So, Mr. David, that's the difference. We are not at that level, even though we are old enough, but we are not at that level. That's why we say many things have not changed and nothing has changed because we're still the same.
That's why we gotta say what is right. Generally, I see presidents from Africa or Liberia, in fact, especially Liberia, traveling, they carry a bunch of people that are not even required to travel.
But like I just said here, Amy,
you
right?
You're just sitting here saying that they are not required to travel.
No,
if
but
you got something like finance minister, you got the what her name? The foreign minister, you got agriculture minister. You should know that trip is about something, and we always see it. They go in there. You're not going to go talk about agriculture and go saying Gapon in there. You're not doing that. You're not going to talk about agriculture and saying Sarah Barrow. Oh God, the foreign minister in there. You're not going to go talk about foreign minister.
Sarah Barrow.
Travel.
This is Sarah Barrow.
So yes, there are functions that if there's something that has to do with ammunition, then they have to be there.
I
know everybody can tell. Oh, they're going to never know. They're going to. You're not going to.
No, but Amy, on the point he's saying, where he said everybody's supposed to go. That's true. Like I said, not everybody's supposed to go, but the sector ministry.
The sector. That's what I'm talking about. Not agency, everybody.
The sector enterprise. Those people have to be there. So that, for instance, President Boakai goes to talk about how to have effective water supply in Monrovia. He can't leave beyond
Moali.
Compare a past trade. Don't talk about them. Don't look at the past trade. Who all went for those meetings?
Which trip you talking about?
What trip you talking about?
Don't look at the one that went Japan. I saw my Java there. Where you go do?
Which trip you talking about? Which trip? So
I said in Japan. I saw my Java there. Where you go do there?
No, but the Japan trip. Listen, the Japan trip was an explosive. Okay, hold on.
They were there on a trip on his own that they sent him there for something. He was not on that group trip.
He was not on the explosive trip. He went later. He went after the 14.
He went on some training or whatever on his own.
He went for training. But the problem about the Japan trip, even though I got issue with the size of the delegation, but understand what was there? That was explosive.
Explosive. So, yeah.
Explosive. You have different engagement. So you go in there to talk about how you not get water supply in your city. You're going to talk how your port is not efficient. You need 24-hour port operation. You're going to talk about how your security force is down. You need weapons, or you need this, or you need training. You're going to talk about how your electricity, the energy. So there's several things you're going to talk about. So you can't go there and leave certain people behind. Okay, now let's say for instance you leave behind the finance minister, you get there. Hey, how to do a finance before you go and say can't join us? So expose is different. But I agree that the delegation will be. I come here, Mr. David. I know I agree the delegation will be myself. I have issue with it, but we should understand that most of all what we know is just theory. It's just theory. We don't know the practical. So certain things you don't just condemn the people like President Bouakai Day, you're condemning Joe we about private jet and he say and start justifying it. So when you don't know certain things, don't speak to it because tomorrow will come after you and then you'll be there. You want to find excuse and people say you ain't know you hypocrite. So same for me, I don't have the practical idea of how government is. Even though I may have a theoretical aspect, I can't condemn the government for certain things that they do. That's just my opinion on that. Because I learned a lot from what happened between the opposition, the last opposition and the present opposition. The what I learned from them, it taught me a lot. Because everything that they condemn, Joe Wiata, they do that now and they justifying it. And some of the justification are right. You can't dispute it.
I don't know about everything, but okay.
No, but when I say everything, not like from A to Z, but I mean majority is happening. You know, they seen large travel, they're seeing large delegation, still having that large delegation. They see
personal security to do what?
Oh no, you have to carry personal security. You think the people send security to come to your bedroom to come keep you?
We say they will come to your bedroom, but carrying personal security, people already get security. No, let me tell you, wherever they lodge government official, security gotta be there. That's why you see when you go in the people country, the people security take over your president.
I agree, but Mr. David, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let's say for instance, I'm a crime man.
Yeah.
And I'm traveling somewhere, going to a country.
Yeah.
You think who I'll be able to relate with easily?
You going to a Pele country, you are a crime man.
Yeah.
You are being invited by the Pele governor.
Yeah.
Pele governor provide better security than your own people are coming.
No, you okay, you don't understand the point I'm talking. I get to Pele land. I can't speak Pele.
Yeah.
So I just go there. I just go to
the people or Bongande or Pele.
The point I'm saying is that because you are from Liberia, you carry people who understand the Liberian thing so that when you talk in your Liberian thing, they know how to secure you. You can't go to America and start thinking about your Liberian security system where they perform at the because there's something you used to at the executive mansion. Amy, you understand what I'm saying? There's certain protocol you used to at the executive mansion, which they're not going to give you when you come to UN here.
Emmanuel, you just
You need your own security for certain reasons.
You just contradicting yourself. It said when the president leave from Liberia before they reach America, the security began bare ball.
Yes.
They took over there.
Yes.
Comment.
Yeah.
So in our relationship, can you compare your statement you just made that?
Yes.
I mean, when it comes to Pele County, you gotta carry plenty of crime people behind you because you gotta relate.
No. Let me explain. What I mean.
You say Liberian, you gotta do a Liberian talk. That's what you say.
Let me explain it now. So, Mr. President Bouakai is being hosted in a hotel.
Yeah.
That entire environment, the American government will secure that place.
Mm-hmm.
In President Bouakai's personal suit, is President Bouakai personal security that will enter there with him.
Yeah.
Not the American security. You understand what I'm saying? In fact, when they're having town hall, the American security will be there because of that public place. But when it comes to President Bouakai in his car, in his bedroom, in a hallway, that the President Bouakai's security will be with him walking around. Because he already, that's certain sign. Let me tell you.
I can see American security working with the president of Liberia.
I just said it. I said Amy, in a public, they will work. In a public, the security will take over.
Right.
But in a private, that your private security will take over in your private. That's why they got private.
There are certain things that President Bouakai's own security knows about him that the foreign security do not know.
Right. The EPS is your personal security. The president, your personal security, like EPS. The American security are not your personal security. They are the security of the state. So they guide you on state properties, on state issues. But they can't carry you in your bathroom. They can't carry you in your bedroom. They can't carry you certain places.
Thank you. So, guys, we've seen there a lot of places, in this Liberia, a lot of sector booming. Emmanuel, come on, what is it? Booming in Liberia, and I came across there as the tourist sector. This is a tourist company, right? Tourism company or whatever they call themselves. Hold on. And I think they're doing I saw something and I was kind of excited and I didn't know that this was going on. Everything on that AI, Mr. Davis.
I thought like AI tourists.
So I didn't know the tourism industry or sector was already something. So I thought it was fun to see, but let's something and talk about it. It's not AI, Mr. Davis. Watch it. We all know AI.
Now,
Listen to me.
Port River where they're doing
So
sand mining
there's
operations. So we have amazing
Mama like
clients from
bread
the
today.
US who came to tour with us, and we had this other client from Russia who came to see the beautiful city of Monrovia and its history. Then we took some guests to see the Chimpanzee Island. Have you heard about the Chimpanzee Island in Liberia? It's like
That's
watching a
Marsha,
movie called
right?
Planet of the Apes where you see amazing
okay,
chimpanzees living freely. Then we took these other guests to the Mama Point Shopping Center to buy a gift shop, and we gave them a taste of the club beer locally made. And they were like, wow, this beer tastes so amazing. And from there, we went Providence Island, where we visited the birthplace of Liberia from the free slaves. And then we went to the Bassar Point, Cocoon, where we also saw the Echo Lodge and more. Then we took another boat ride, sailing across three rivers, the Dew River, the Bar River, and the Farmington River. And from there, we sailed across the Farmington River. And we finally arrived at the boat deck again with these amazing clients from Germany, and they were really enjoying the tour. Our tours are for both elderly people and young people. Then we decided to take these other guests from UK to do fruit shopping along the Maryland Street branch. And there we also left from there. We went to show them Providence Island as well. So they saw the ship Elizabeth that brought the settlers from the United States of America and more. And from there, we took a break to show you how Labrador
We
look
did
at night.
free publicity.
Wow. So gradually, don't let nobody fool you. See how we explore from Basel back to Marshall on this amazing boat. And this client couldn't stop talking about it. Then we show him the Chimpanzee Island as well again. And let me just stop talking so you can enjoy the view because
Please.
we are really, really having a great time in Liberia, and we look forward to seeing you. For reservation, check the numbers on your screen. Because when you go, we also put you in an electric golf cart to take you to the forest or forest tour. Then we explore Simple River
That's
again.
sound check, right?
And after that, we went to Clay Ashland where we saw the historical houses from 1822 before Liberia gained independence. Other people can do tours to those locations by road, but we usually use the speedboat so you can enjoy the amazing experience. Woo, woo. This is so beautiful. You need to try this. Check our website or visit mamaliberiatoday.com. So from there, we went to the Nima Mountain, at the top of the Nima Mountain, where we took our guests to the main lake that came from the mining operations. We also brought them to this amazing, beautiful restaurant and bar up the mountain for an amazing pool where you can take a swim during the afternoon or evening hour. Let me stop so you can enjoy the view.
You said that 3 minutes ago.
Wow. And from there, we took the Land Cruiser to leave the mountain range. And from there, we went to the other side of the mountain. So where we were at first was like 3,000 feet above sea level, but this is almost 4,000 to 5,000 feet above sea level. Then we visited Patawi Waterfall. Listen.
With our company, we take you to see everything from history to culture to nature. Welcome to Nigeria!
So awesome sauce. So I did not know that the tourism industry was already up and kicking in Liberia, guys. Did y'all know anything about this? This is awesome. I thought when I saw it, I was like, oh, people are doing this now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watch most of the thing on where is it? Emmanuel. Emmanuel can carry on most of the advertisement pages all around Liberia. What they call Emmanuel? You used to work with Spoon FM before. Emmanuel Cotto.
His is different. We're talking about because I know he goes around and something, but this is like a tourism industry, like company.
Yeah, the company they are saying you should book reservation with them, but you talk about boat ride, you talk about this ride. You know, most of the places that exist just as it is. It been like that before people been going to go see it. Maybe this time they have camera to do it. But I believe before it happened, they didn't have that kind of camera to carry on live on social media all the one day. Like the Padawi waterfall in my own county, one county. The only thing I changed in Padawi waterfall is that there's a lady that built a hotel there, yeah, around the Padawi waterfall. So people go there to do whatsoever they need to do. That the chimpanzee you're talking about, nothing will be done for the chimpanzee. They just keep it in there. When you
What
go
do you
out,
mean nothing have been done? What do you want to be done for them?
but the chimpanzee before the war, they were keeping them safe for certain purpose for American studies. It was not just like that, but now
Are those the same ones that they said they have disease? They put in them across the water from Marsha? Is that it?
Go Ralphie, when you go Ralphie to the airport, go way downward behind the airport, you're gonna hear most of the chimpanzees talking that they're coming to you. You're gonna hear them beating that chairs. But when you come from Marshall's side, you're gonna see them clear because they can carry in the water to get food from you to eat. When you get food, you don't go close, you can throw it to them, they will jump in the water and get the food. They can walk where the water can stay on a knee or whatsoever. They can walk to you there and get the food from you to eat. People can feed them
Well,
there.
I thought they said these things have diseases in them.
If they have diseases, then why they not die ever since?
Okay,
You,
so
Mr. Derrick, come in, man, because you must.
No, you can't. I said it.
I'm talking about what I heard about these money. He's there trying to question me about what I.
They behave like human being. If they had diseases, to me, they will be dead.
Okay, so you don't believe that? All right.
No.
Thank you. Come in, Manuel.
okay, so what I know about the Monkey Island, they were used for studies.
Right.
They were used for studies. So some of them actually still do have some diseases in them. Because what they do, you take them to go do special studies on them. But I don't know whether they left them during the war or before the war.
So this was before the war.
Yeah, before the war, Labrador, there are many things that are happening in Labrador. There are several vaccines and several groundbreaking injections that were discovered in Labrador from that Monkey Island. You know, a few days ago, I was listening to Dr. George giving the thing that I discovered in Labrador just from that Monkey Island.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I have limited idea on that. To me, I did not do much research on it. But for you to say they not say this, that,
yeah,
we still don't know. For me, I don't know. I shouldn't say we, but I don't know. So that place they were actually used for that. They were actually used for research.
So, Mr. Davis, after hearing this, will you be brave to be going closer to those things and not knowing which one of them are still affected and you just because you feel like it's been years? How do you know the affected one, the older one, since then they haven't been reproducing? Let me finish. They'll reproduce. Like Mama got AIDS, Papa got AIDS. They have a child. They die. That child grow up. The next person they something with, they pass the AIDS on. They die. Why don't you think this is what happening to these people? These monkeys.
I come here, Mr. David, you come in. So I just saw a document on this. They say it started in 1970, from 1970 to 2005. And that was done by the New York City Blood Center. They used to go to do study on hepatitis B and water blindness. So that thing been there since 1970 to 2005. That's what I just want to say. That was information I just got. Sorry, Mr. David, you can answer your question. I don't want to forget.
Most of the things that were before, because nobody could stay there to do or whatever setting when bullets were flying, a lot of things were flying, they left the bamboo unattended. So most of them grow wild. They don't even bow down to human being easily. So they like the people then like the one that used to hold people's hand. Only few people say holding their hand. Only few people can say shake. Few of them can say shake your hand.
I'm not shaking nobody's hands.
And the wild animal. I've been there. I've seen them.
I don't know where you got.
I took picture, but I took picture with them. I was in the water when I was taking picture. So I know that when they come close to the water, the position where the water was, the kilo was far away from them a little bit. We got down in the water was on my waist. They were standing there, they can give them banana or whatsoever, they can take it, eat it from your hand. Because I know when you come in the water, there's not different thing between you and myself now. Then we'll fight those who will survive. So the thing about that Monkey Island is like most of them they get there wild people. My American people still visit them. I don't know whether they want to establish why they left, but I think they're trying to do something like that. But most of the bamboo then they're not saying why, because the one that they left them there, they are all dead. None of them say survive up to present. These are
Well, I'm glad you agree with me on that now. Instead of you think if they had disease, they didn't die.
the
No,
problem
that's,
is they were affected by diseases. Then I mean, all of them are there. They are also affected by diseases.
that's what I'm saying. They passed it on.
Hospital to control the disease.
They passed it on, and that's the whole point. If that whole thing was is a bunch of research monkeys that were over there, those people that go over there, they know better, and that's why. And they would, if they want to go back to reopen that program and using those monkeys, there's a way they know how to get them. They got certain things they can use to shoot those things and to put them to sleep before they even go closer to them. And once they do that, there was something, but my thing is that it's supposed to like kind of barricade the whole area, kind of like in a fence, like zoo, like right. And when people go in there, because if they want to sightseeing, they can do all tour, they can give them that area to be on the water, and like we saw, they be looking at the monkeys on the other side.
You can go to them, but you can't go on a lane with them. You can go to them, they can climb the water, that the water can hold you on your knee. You sit down there, you get them banana. They will come close to you that way and take the banana from you, but they can't go deep water. They don't say no, they can't go deep water.
They can swim.
Close to just take the banana from you in the water. They can get in the water. Actually, they can walk in the water and come to you.
Yeah, he might be there.
So that's how it's looking, but for somebody to go among them, maybe that person got to be in bamboo or got to be in something.
Well, that's what I said. People not going money because of the nobody want to be bidden to and don't know who bid you what they have or something like that. So I can understand why people don't want to do that. But go ahead,
The plenty now, they're not one or two, the plenty.
Of course. Yeah. Emmanuel.
Yeah, so I was just looking at the video, the clip of, I don't know if I can share it with you so you can share it with us, of how it started, what's going on, and what I did now. Let me see if I can share it with you.
Is that a documentary?
It's a 3 minutes something. I played sorry, 3 minutes.
Remember you two slapped us the other day, so I'm very something now. What kind of documentary is it? But let me see it first.
But it's on YouTube now. YouTube, you have to, but anyway, you can still get a disclaimer about our YouTube.
I don't know. You two got eyes on us, but let me see.
But the thing you shared, I thought you got it from YouTube.
That one right now?
Yeah. Okay, so I'll put it in our.
That's all Liberian something.
I'll put it in our. So I'm going to put in a private chat. You can click on it and look at it.
Yeah. So but that place, like I have a land across from there, right? I'm Monkey or Chimpanzee Island and stuff. And when I was looking at a Barrera view, that's what it took me. So when I went and saw it, I'm like, wait a second. Why would I want to? I've seen Planet of the Apes, right? I watched it. I know what happened. What is these guys in there like? Because people are going closer to those in their habitat, right? They you can embarrass them that they want to,
right?
Something and come. Why are we going so closer to them? Why? I mean, will people within a few years? Do you think people will be so brave to be going over there and getting land and all of that? I'm kind of curious. I'm nervous about it, and I said, I don't know what I'm sleeping in this, be crossing the water to come. I mean, like I said, I've seen Planet of the Apes. You can call it, you can tell me, oh yeah, it's a movie and something, but
no, I'm not sure they're able to swim to come to Marshall either. If they ought to swim to come to Marshall, they are done it ever since. They can't cross the river to come to Marshall. They don't know how to swim. Bamboo as a whole, they can swim. So except they're being trained to swim. But they will not come. Animal, when you put them somewhere, that's certainly to move from there. They will look at the shorter distance to get on the mainland, then they'll get to come to Marshall. They can't come to Marshall because that big river between there and Marshall. So there's no way they can come to Marshall.
Yeah, they won't, I don't think they're able to cross that river.
Except people cross them to come that direction. People cross them in Kino. But I believe that in the future, if people say come by, they want to train them, the people know what to do. They will carry certain things to dress them. They start building horses for them, building homes for them, building different things for them. They start getting used to human being. So there's a training they will get there. The people when they start giving them, like shooting them, putting certain things inside them, putting disease control in them, all those one there. That what may happen, but then they will start coming back to a human being the way we were looking prior to the war. I see the white people go and see in South Africa, then most of the others people seeing and chimpanzee with people controlling them, people passing through them with big animal, lion, tiger, all the one, and people can be between them. They get a hunter then there, they carry you people.
Well, that one a park. The different national park thing about.
I mean, the national park,
Safari?
they think they're wild animal. They're not trained. The people not trained. The people are going there, they will tell you what to do, how to do, protect yourself, what to do there with those animals. I mean, people are infiltrated them, what to do. They will tell you how to hold even a stick in your hand, how to do it. So the lion can attack you or can do a brave, you can go. You're not brave, don't go there.
Yes.
I saw lion, the lion charged up, bro. I saw him through them, I said I was afraid.
Lion.
When I saw that two lions, my man, when you see the thing alone, that fear can't eat you. The thing is big, it's not small.
It's a lion. So let's talk about this and passing and closing this. The Ministry of Journal kind of I think they got to order. Let me go back to it. Yeah, so I think all in all this tourism, I think is good. It brings a lot of awareness and people to your country, and I think I don't know since that good English in that too. I think a lot of people been wanting to come to Liberia to see because
I told you.
The whole good English thing happened. It was a whole lot of historical lesson giving on all the channels, major channels, even CNN. That is why they watch around the world. So people that who didn't know about it, they kind of, got curious and they want to see it too. This place to talk about. But go ahead, Mr. Davis, you were saying.
I mean, I tell you, people been coming to Liberia from way back, not only today.
I'm not saying nobody has been coming to Liberia. You're missing my point.
Is the social media. Is the too much camera changing it now, changing the dimension. Like example, previous government, people, we don't used to know no news. But now you do any small thing that you will get 20 and phone camera people, phone journalists then there. Because they get more phone journalists in Liberia, even in Africa than any other journalists now. So anybody can just stand and start reporting and call yourself journalist. After 1-2 weeks, that may report good story, you become journalist. You don't even need to go for no training. That high looking the phone journalists are more. So that's why you see most of the things that coming to our attention and it happening in Liberia, you can see it right away. But before that, they gotta put that video and put it in the cassette. They put the cassette inside before they rewind it. So now
Mr. Davis, you talking about something that normal dating and stuff. We all know that. But since the war, this president haven't been open. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about it never happened before. No.
Even Joe, we have that's why I see Joe, we have government was looking that kind of way because everything you do, we're looking at it. Just Joseph Baga government, anything Joseph Baga do, we look at it.
So how is this political? I mean, not political. How is the tourist business? How to do with Baga do something with look at it?
The tourist business. What I was saying about the tourist business is that people been going there before, and I want to Baga time people went there.
It's not about what time or who time. I'm talking about people Liberia being out there now. That's all I'm doing.
The new social media, that's why I see the people there. But people been going there. People been going to that island. Myself, I went to Rawa Free. People should go there. Because when
Mr. David, let me ask you that particular site that visit Mama Labro there, that's been in existence a long time?
Which side?
That particular tourist group that
the company, the tourist.
How long it been? Do you know how long it been in existence?
It could be a different tourist group. It don't only Mama Labro.
Since they are the one who know about now, that's what we're talking about them. People been going to Labro, that one is true. It's not false. People cycling to Labro long before even Labro got independent, we agree. But the particular group now, what they are doing right now, we don't have any clip outlet at that.
What I'm saying, we we don't have no clip on tourists. Tourists, they the one put it outside.
No, there might be clip outside, but I mean, like of that extent, where they have to carry you everywhere that they have access to. We don't have any clip like that.
I know we don't get clip like that.
So that's what why
Okay,
Ibn is talking about.
Yeah. So let me show you. The General Ministry has let me read it a little bit. Is it the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has strongly condemned the growing trend of social media influencers using children for online content creation, often involve profanity and exploitation. The ministry views the practice as a growing violation of children's rights and dignity and a threat to their physical, emotional, and psychological well being. In a statement, the Minister of Gender emphasized its commitment to protecting children's welfare and best interest cities in best interest, citing the children laws and the Domestic Violence Act, as well as international instrument like the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Children, on the right of the child. The ministry has called on social media influencers, parents, and media institutions to adhere to child protection principles and promotes responsible content creation. Okay. The ministry warned the individual from engaging in child exploitation for social media content may face administrative and legal action. The public is encouraged to report suspect case to the nearest general office, police station, or through the toll line to the toll free line 116. That I don't know 911 there. 116. So
It's a thing now on level.
So is it 911? Is it 116?
No, it's just the 116. Maybe we're going straight to the ministry, but it's a thing when you call police in the very 191.
Okay. So what's the little girl? So this little girl here, right? I don't know if you guys can see her name. She always in a lot of videos, and I understand what they're saying. She did content creating something, but she will be saying things like curse word, profanity and stuff like that. Which she's a funny little girl. She's very, very smart. Things that she says, and stuff like that. But I don't think what the general ministry is something. I think that from the things that they are making them to say, is what they had problem with. Because when I first read it, I thought that they were trying to stop children from, back and forth. I thought they were trying to stop children from. We know we got children child actors or content something. So when I first read it, I'm like, well, why are they trying to stop that? But then when I went where I saw why the profanity and things that they're making a child to do is what they are against, So yeah, Emmanuel, if you come in with that, if you have anything to say.
Yeah, there are certain things, certain button in the body that say remove. So it can no remove, it can bring you by right now. So I try to get away from my seat. I want to put my video off. Then I put myself on remove now. I can't come back. I have to wait for you to remove it. So I'm sorry. Yeah, but I don't know. There are two things in this issue. There are some people who use other people's children, exploit them for financial gain. But the issue of that little girl you show, how she and her father.
Oh, that's her father. The guy always on her.
Yeah, that's her father. So yeah. So if I have my child and my child myself doing something, to sustain us, will the ministry also have issue with it?
No,
Yes.
I think the ministry is talking about.
Well, let me answer for when you finish your answer. We'll come to you.
The ministry is talking about the language, because I see something of her. She's saying some, word that is not appropriate for her age.
Okay.
I think that's what the ministry is trying to protect. They can do, like they say, they can do, responsible and content creation and all of that, but just tune it down to age appropriate something. That's what it is.
So you said no, Mr. David. Why you said no?
I said no because, in a sense, remember, what your child do outside there, other children watching you people. So when you do the negative thing, the other children will try to behave negative. But the people can do it.
But my question is,
They see negative words.
no,
But
I can't.
they can say a lot of negative words.
Yeah, but my question is, if my child and myself are doing certain things to sustain ourselves, will the government still have issue with that? The question I ask.
Yeah, I said yes, because you are imparting other children to behave negative.
Stop doing this. No, Mr. Davis, he said, so like what the government is against is what I just said, right?
But another thing,
you just said negative.
No. You can't just say yes or no. So
yeah,
I'm acting with my child.
Yes to that. I mean, you're
I'm acting
that he's stopping totally.
I'm acting with my child.
They're not stopping you, but the negative part of your program should be out.
That's what I said.
Because you are impacting other children.
Okay.
That's what I said. The profanity that she's always making her to say and saying things then that is not appropriate for her age is what the ministry is against. But not stopping her from being from creating content with her father or doing any of that. No. But it has to be age appropriate because like Emmanuel said, or like you said, growing up, people around that age, her age group, they might be growing up with her and they see her doing something that her people can get fans, right? Because she on YouTube or on Facebook, she will get some fans that want to be doing the same thing and saying the same thing, which is not appropriate. But no, I don't think that all contents. It's just
that boy, hey, father that can be doing nothing. You say, my pa, you buy where wasting your time for you know how many women my pa get? All those stuff. Where father always running behind him at the end of the day. So that another group, another child training to be very
but they are not children. In Jamaica, that men are two grown-up people.
I'm talking about Jamaica now, man. There's a day boy where can come all the time. He and his father can be doing nothing. All the father running behind him will stay.
But those, I would think that those are coming in.
Yeah, I lay get too. The high looking, I labor can or to another labor that can cost, bad cost.
Well, that's the thing. That's the one they're talking about. Yeah. The insults, the profanity, but doing a content that is being joked. I think that's coming in. When you're talking about, oh, do you know how many women my dad got? That's coming in. That's harmless. I would not something, but the one where you using a child to be saying words, profanity that are with no, I do agree with that.
I mean, I was a community.
But I mean, definitely not. Then something that was something so can you was something go.
Yeah. Okay. So the question I ask, because I know that boy to be acting with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what I want to suggest, the government may be right. But what I want to suggest, because the thing is, you don't have job for people. So people improvise in many ways. So support them by saying, you know what I mean? Before you put anything out there, let us scrutinize it. Let us edit it before you go out there. I think that way too will help. To say, you know what I mean? We'll set up a group of people who will be responsible to edit anything that you're putting out there.
Nah.
I come in now. Let me say. So you want to add with your child, because adults can add, but when you want to add with your child, we want you to go through this system, do the thing to meet certain requirements before you add. But the way they put it out like that, people may not be able to read to understand the way you say it. People come and say the government not providing joy, and the government just cracking down on everything. They'll start to blame the government. The good step the government try to take now, because of the lack of education, will appear bad.
Well, this is where they're coming in to clarify. This is where people clarify the whole situation, right?
Mhm.
The government is dealing with too much of editing people content and stuff. That's just no, that's not that place. What they can do is what they've done here. To put a regulation or whatever things in place. It left for the content creators now to do the due diligence, to do whatever it needs to do to it just make it age appropriate, right? Tone down the curse words. Start making them to say things that are way above their age or their understanding because you want people to laugh. You can find another thing you look at like for the Nigerian people. In my water then and sources then.
Emmanuel.
Where did you see those little girls and you saw them cursing? They were just saying funny things that it was something and it was funny. They didn't have to be cussing. The little girl, you say, "Hey, I say I first get that's something she can be saying, like some big things she'll be saying out of her mouth." No, she's too young for that.
Okay,
Yeah,
a small guy, be woman. All those words.
Will be more.
You can be saying it.
So yeah, so I think what the government can do is what they've done. They can't go around editing people content and stuff. They got too much on their hands to do with and to be doing that. The job is there. Even if the companies come or whatever, they will have rules and regulations that you can deal with before you get a job there. Well, the government will say, "Oh, to go and be helping them with that too." No, they have to learn how to do their own thing. They can be babysat in every situation because there's no job that we can use that and be letting people to get away with a lot. The government don't have time for that to be doing no editing content, something. No. You should edit your own content and make it appropriate for your child. If you bring in, there's nothing wrong with because that's what I said first. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think there's anything wrong with children being whatever and something. Then when I read it, I said, "Oh, okay, I see what they're saying now." So it doesn't matter what a job they're jobbing there. No, no. That's what I'm saying. But Mr. Davis, if you got anything to say something on that, so we can do our closing.
The only thing I gotta say, that same ministry brought up to me. If our government or president, I will talk to the legislature to dissolve that ministry and put it underneath justice ministry. Anybody should be on in the justice ministry department for that part of the government. They get ministry of economic planning and whatsoever they do. They put it on the ministry. That particular ministry should be underneath the justice ministry to persecute. Those are going to be doing things that are not appropriate. But that ministry don't get nothing to persecute with. But I don't know why they made a ministry. It's going to go under justice ministry. Because when I go under justice ministry, to me, I think they will get better function than to be by themselves. That the new thing, that would be my argument for that ministry. Minister of Gender, just you the Minister of Gender. When Eddie Johnny created them, they probably created them for they are not functioning. So the best thing to do to put it on a justice ministry and blend them with justice ministry, and whosoever going to be, or they're going to be like a lawyer or some prosecutor.
So the children's services that you have in these United States, is it being something on a justice ministry?
You can
The social welfare and something like that.
Really compare United States with Liberia.
No, we're not. We're just, but it's a function of some.
During Eddie Johnson time, you were never there. No general forever there.
No general minister were there doing Eddie Johnson study time.
Chancellor time? I think a chancellor created it.
Oh, the general ministry? Okay.
I think a chancellor created it. But what I'm saying, it was never, they weren't talking about it being existing from ever since. But they think we brought it all, it never existed. So it better go on a justice ministry where we get good direction.
But it doesn't mean it would never exist. I think it's a good program. I think it's a good something for children and something protect. It's like it kind of like a social worker, something working something like that, right? That this is what they're supposed to be about: children protection services and women and children. So I don't know what.
Do they protect women and children?
That's what their function is supposed to be.
I ask you, do they
I'm not yet. We're not going into the whole argument about the function of general ministry, if it's necessary to be there or whatever. No, we're just talking about regulation or acts that they are put in place for.
The ministers that need to be regular because
that's what they're doing. But the whole thing about is it necessary to have a general ministry and other things? That's a whole different topic for another day, if you ask me. But Mike, let's do your closing and get out of here and go get some tomorrow Sunday. Gotta go check the good old Lord. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sis Amy. Thank you, Mr. Davis. As always, they're good to keep talking. That one thing I saw during the Taylor time, they say words, not bullets. The more we talk about these things, the better we'll learn from each other and the better decision we'll make. Some things the government do, some of us we don't have the practical experience, so we'll always overlook it and condemn it. But at the end of the day, when you are in that position, I don't say, oh, I think I'm not supposed to condemn this. So for me, like I said, I learned from the past administration when Joe we are there, the way people condemn him for many things that he did. So that this thing it makes sense. Because people are there and they're talking Joe we are and they were not talking when they do it, you leave it, whether you right or wrong, they don't have time. When you try to say, oh, that politics. But now the new administration, they're trying to give reasons why they do certain things, even though the very thing they condemn it in the past. So I learned from it that I don't try to condemn people so much. Even though if I don't have understanding of it, if I had doubt about it, I always leave a space to learn. And not to behave like I know it, or then at the end of the day I don't know it, then it will be shameful. Especially when these things are on the internet. The internet is like, like a swamp. You pass on your phone, my leader. And the thing you're saying here, maybe in the next 10 years, somebody can remind you said it yesterday that you about. So I got issue with the government, but on policy. And because I don't understand why they do certain things, I can't just be blunt or be as quick to condemn them. The government is working, even though I said nothing has changed, things are happening. Because most of the things that are happening today, for me, I experienced in the past, or maybe I may have read about them. But the government is doing well. Then they keep doing what they do. I really pray that we'll have a different Liberia with different things happening that will be different from things I will not see before. Like the issue of maybe finance minister going to do inspection. That new thing to me. For me, that one I can say that new thing. And also finance minister going on the field like the way probably what minister did before. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I may be wrong today. Like I said, in the country, one thing I want to say here is that the best communicator in the government right now, the most professional communicator that I got in the government is the police, the police inspector. The police inspector general, I think he's very, very professional when it comes to communicating. Even though he may misbehave, may do things I got issue with, but when it comes to putting information out there, I mean like not like him per se, but I mean the way sometimes the way the police can behave, I may have issue with it, but when it comes to Gregory Comer giving information, he's really effective and professional money our Ministry of Information. So I really wish our Ministry of Information will learn from him, and be professional to our people when it comes to communicating. Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate your time. I did thank God to know now for plenty. We agree with plenty things together. We are continue to build our country in the right way. Thank you.
I have to disagree. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we had to go there. But go ahead, Mr. Davis. I hear you.
Yeah, you see, in the Bible, when we went to God, we said one suffering.
We went where?
When we asked God for our own suffering, God told God told us in the Bible, no. Let me still be taking care of you people. We say no. We want our own suffering. God said, the person you say you want your own suffering. The person want to send your children into the war front. Want to send your children in this thing going to happen. There will be no good school. There will be no good health. We agree. So whatever happened in Liberia, we ask for it. That's why we go to election. We select people that going to do the work for us, but we also select our own suffering. Because we select our own representatives, our own senator, it's also our own suffering. Because their function is for us to be better. But their function is for them to be better than what they are being elected for. Instead of making us better. So that what in the Bible is written. When the Israelites went to God, they say that they want their own suffering. Me, they want president for themselves. Like how they make King Saul president. It's all what King Saul did to them before they became president. So this is how the government of the world behave. We go on the poll, we look at the men and say, I'll tell the other men, man. They may will do something. Because especially Liberia, we're doing try and error. Every president, not just try the president. The person will do better. Not try the other person. We've been trying government from 1847 to present. None of them have done better. None. Citizens of Liberia to be better. We just looking at that thing. We got 5 million people in Liberia. That Menekoma highway there, not only the highway in Liberia. We got plenty of highway that existed before that Menekoma, even highway. Nothing has been done. We got road that went to Kranjila. Kranjila is a public road that connects a lot of counties, connect another country. Even though Menekoma might connect Guinea and Sierra Leone, I don't know whether we connect Sierra Leone to another angle, but we are not still doing better because we're talking about 2013 projects. As you say, it started during Ellen Johnson's term, and this is 2025, 13 to 25. Like how many years? Like 12 years, right? 12-year projects. You're not even aware. Today, minister is going to inspect the road to see what's going to happen for the Liberian people. But let me tell you, a lot of Liberian people ride motorbike and they been dying on that particular road. But you see how the minister is going. He had a Land Cruiser. It break down, you will see another new Land Cruiser come there. But a lot of pregnant people being dying on those roads. People being throwing people in hammer. When you go to the village, you see people throwing people in hammer. Then you just say, why is Liberia established? Why was Liberia created for? It was created for corruption, or why it was created for? Because most of people are very corrupt. They don't even care what happened to them. Everybody only care for their salary when they elect them, they go over there, they only for their salary and their family. They're done with you. They know more your representative or senator. They don't represent you.
Thank you, Mr. Dave.
So this is how the country needs to be to improve, to move from that age to come to the real world. Other countries are developing their country for the next 20, 15 years. Liberia is developing their country reverse. They're reversing their own development. So some people go, they put one caterpillar on the road, say, see the road. Since 1967, you see the kind of road before. After 2 years, see a tend to muddy road, nobody can pass there again. So we should do permanent for our people. We should use the money for the purpose of what the country was established for. When they say it's for the people, by the people, and not for only by yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming, for listening to us, for always being patient with us. Thank you so much. Continue to share the show so other people can watch later. And everybody said it already. I think that what I saw the finance minister doing is a good thing. I think if we are seeing more of these, I think people will do their job, they will function. Because if this, for me, what he's doing is, I know Emmanuel or the finance minister might be overstepping. He's not sure, but the Minister of Public Work is the one that's supposed to be doing it, or so they how they call it. But what I see this as, Emmanuel, is that he's doing oversight over the minister, right? Because he gave this money to the minister. The minister asked for this money. So if your people are not working, we got this big bill given to you and stuff, I think the minister has to answer. So he would probably report to the president, right? And the minister answer to the president or answer to the finance minister. I don't know, however I think that's what this is. And it's not a bad thing. And from the history of that role, how long it's been and something like that. So it's something that need urgent something in other places and too, right? I want to know. I'm giving you the money, and IMF and all the one, and who know the compacts, all the thing, and they give you money. They want it to be done, right? There's something, so the minister might be, something like that. That's what he's doing to make sure. Let me go see for myself. I give this money and see what this man having his people doing this and doing that and doing this. So that's what I see. So with that, I said thank you, everyone, and the tourist company. It's a great thing. You're doing good. Keep it up, and I think I would contact them when I go to Liberia to do a ride to something. And I think this is what we want to see. More of these people coming in. The government have a really, really good program for it. And people, something more people can troop in our country, and you make millions and millions of dollars. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for being here so much. And with that, we're gonna wind down now. We will not see you on Sunday because we don't come on Sunday. We come on from Monday to Saturday. So we appreciate you throughout the week. Have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow the new week starts. So enjoy yourself.
Wait, not tomorrow. For you, not tomorrow, you're right? For us today already. Okay, after 1 year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just
After 11 to you.
No, it's just 12 here. It's just 12.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we see you, God's willing, Monday. God bless you all. God bless Liberia. God bless wherever you're at, what you're in.